vehicle? Take a look at Jenkins Hyundai of Jacksonville. Now's the time to save big. Choose from more than 250 new and over 1,000 used and certified pre-owned vehicles on the lot, or shop anytime at JenkinsHyundaiofJacksonville.com. Hyundai has one of the top warranties in the business. Lifetime, powertrain, and 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty, plus 3 years free maintenance on a new vehicle. Give them the chance to earn your business today on Atlantic Boulevard or at JenkinsHyundaiofJacksonville.com.
Bold City AC, heating that rules.
Is your AC ready for the holidays? Bold City Heating and Air ensures your AC stays in tip-top shape. We know that a clean AC is a healthy AC. Upgrade yours for just $96 a month and enjoy free duct cleanings with your new system. Plus, ask about our 0% financing options.
Bold City AC, we got the crew. Bold City AC.
Visit boldcityac.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the Botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the Botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Barry here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Barry Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit BarryOrthopedics.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Good morning. Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Coogan Nation, time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine. Google, it's go time on a Wednesday morning. It's a hump day, stump day. Get smart, John, and that gleaming bald head await just a little over an hour from now. It's Beatrice Plumbing Wednesday. Like family, Beatrice is there. I got to get the boys out. E.T., good morning, friend. How we doing?
Sup, bussy?
Man, Man, when stuff starts going wrong at the house, it just comes in waves, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like that in life too. It's like every time you get ahead and things are fine, the car goes out or something. You know what I mean? That's where I am right now when it comes to the plumbing. I got some issues going on. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, you gotta holler at the boys at Beatrice.
I gotta get it, but it's just I gotta get a new disposal. That's all messed up. There's something happening in the bathroom. I got some sort of leak somewhere. I mean, I don't need all that. Anyway, enough about my problems this morning. Let's instead focus in on the problems that we have here coming up Sunday afternoon as the Jaguars try and get on track. Yesterday was an off day, much needed. Just need to just kind of sit back and exhale and I guess treat each and every Sunday now like its own individual event and see if we can leave more Sundays happy and fulfilled and optimistic about the future than we have to this point, because that's what it's about now. Look, we sat pat yesterday. Sat pat when it came to the trade deadline, and we'll get to some of those names that were moved. I think a couple could offer some impact, but nothing huge happened yesterday. Really, the big moves came with the receivers, with the weeks leading up. But the Jaguars sat on what they have. So, despite some rumors here or maybe even some interest from around the league there, they stuck with ETN. They stuck with Cisco. They stuck with whoever might have had some trade value out there, whoever people may have been calling about. And so now you got to take these next, we got 8 weeks? I guess you just got to take these 8 weeks, 7 weeks. What are we at? What are we? We're 2 and what?
2 and 7.
2 and 7. Oof. Yeah, we got 8 left. Just win the last 8, 10 and 7. There we go. I think we take these, these last 8 games and you try and get a better evaluation of just what exactly you have, what kind of offseason you need to have, and probably more importantly, at least from us here on the fan side of the equation, who will be making those decisions, right? So that's where we sit. Off day yesterday for the Jags. They get back to work, put together a game plan. Obviously, these slow starts are a big-time problem. I have some lingering Doug Peterson from his Monday press conference. He got a little deep thoughts with Dougie P. Going to revisit. We haven't, necessarily discussed it here, but a little talking point inside of his meeting with the media on Monday after the loss Sunday. So we'll do that coming up next segment. All right, well, the last time these votes were released, we dang near had an insurrection, not near as complicated this go-round, and there's no FSU involved, so we don't have to worry about the Noles and their reaction to the college football playoff poll being announced for the first time since they left FSU out a year ago, despite that undefeated conference championship winning season. Man, how much can change in a year, right? FSU not even an afterthought in the initial debut rankings. And we can get some mock frustration and anger here. You really got to work hard to quibble if your team right now is 14 or 8. There's way too much football left. But to keep it here locally, Miami debuts as the number 4 seed. Now, look, in reality, that ACC winner is going to be the 3 seed. It looks like that at least. And we may be making that decision too quick. And when it comes to the mock anger, maybe BYU fan has got some questions today, sitting undefeated and ranked to number 4, while you've got a 1-loss Ohio State team sitting there at number 2. That question we had yesterday of do you even bother putting 2 teams from the same conference in that top 4? It can't be that way when the real ranking comes out. But, for slotting purposes, you got to get, a starting point of where you place teams. So, right now they've got BYU 4, Miami 3, Ohio State 2, man. I'm a little surprised by that. A little surprised. Actually, Miami's 4 right now, but they will be 3 because they're not putting that Big 12 winner in the 4 spot yet. So as for the initial rankings, it's your usual suspects, right? The SEC, it's the Big 10. Let's see, from the Big 10, you had Ohio State, you had Penn State, you had Indiana, the SEC in the initial rankings at least. And look, these teams are going to play their way out of here. And there's some that are on the bubble going to play their way in. But from the SEC, at least in the first 12, you got 4. You got Georgia and Texas. You got Tennessee and Alabama. Bama squeaking in right now at 11. Certainly no margin of error at all for the Tide. I guess then you look at those programs that are positioned. Certainly not out of it. Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin. Interesting storyline, certainly, when we localize that one. Kiffin will bring Ole Miss to Gainesville. You want to hear an ironic scenario?
Humor me.
All right. Ole Miss is 7-2. They're number 16 in the poll. I think it's safe to say if they win out and get to 10-2, there's a pretty good shot Ole Miss sneaks in there at the bottom of the 12. I don't know. We'll see. If they lose again, they won't. If Ole Miss is in the playoff, a certain school just a little bit southwest of us, if they, wink, wink, would happen to be interested in Lane Kiffin, they would have to wait, what? Till the college football playoff played out. But say Lane Kiffin lost another game, Ole Miss would then not be a playoff candidate. And if Kiffin is your most serious target, suddenly he's available to start greasing that wheel, in a month. Now, there's a few ifs, but here's where the irony would come in. Florida could beat the coach they want to hire so they can get to him quicker if it played out that way. In other words, if Ole Miss comes to Gainesville and loses, that would do it for the Rebels' playoff hopes. And if Florida indeed has decided to move on from Billy Napier, and by the way, don't underestimate the wrench in that particular plan. If you do upset the guy that everyone says they want and a team that was, in the preseason predicted to be a playoff team, it's going to be a circus when Ole Miss comes to town. Isn't it? It is. And that's coming up in, you got Texas and then you got LSU. Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks is going to be a circus show in Gainesville when Lane Kiffin comes to town with all of the rumors and speculation around him. So, anyway, Oregon, Ohio State, Georgia, Miami. What an addition Cam Moore has been for the Canes. He has completely lifted them from, just a good team to what now you consider a great one. One of the undefeateds left in college football, but there they sit behind one loss, Ohio State and Georgia. And again, no reason to get angry. No reason to get frustrated about any of this. There's way too much football to play. This is just the first iteration of these 12 teams. There are this top 12 right now, and without even looking at their schedule, but just knowing how big games lie ahead, including conference championship games. These 12 teams in front of them, there are 24 losses still to come from those 12. How about that? Maybe that's a little high. 18 losses are still to come for those teams slotted 1 to 12. 18. So imagine all the up and down. Listen, conference championship games alone is going to pile up 3 or 4 from this list. But yeah, nothing to get too white-knuckled about, I would say, coming out of the gates here with the first release of the poll results last night. And again, if you want to quibble today, it would be Ohio State at 2. But then there's just also a reality that if this holds, I'm catching myself in thought here because you got Indiana sitting there undefeated. When you talk about potential coaches in Gainesville, if things, go down the hatch here for Billy Napier and the Gators, and it was kind of a joking final question for Chris Doring yesterday, ET, but I meant it. Are we sure 63 is too old? That's how old the Indiana coach is.
Uh-huh.
That Cignetti, Kurt Cignetti. And if you don't know about Kirk Cignetti, I would suggest you take his advice. Google me. I win. And they're the Indiana Hoosiers as your proof, undefeated, and they're sitting there in that initial playoff rankings reveal as well. All right, we had the trade deadline yesterday. I do have a football fix coming up bottom of the hour, but a couple of the big moves when we come back on the other side. More from Doug Peterson and the beleaguered thoughts of a wayward ship captain. His football team 2-7, and they just run into the rocks every weekend, don't they? It's a Beach Rose Plumbing Wednesday. We've got Get Smart John today, so we will test our knowledge, let you play along, free of charge. Thanks for being up and at 'em with us. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Every special teams player waits for his number to be called.
We got this.
After the game, we call the Crown Royal Special Teams Player of the Game.
Game ball, baby.
On 1010XL.
Good job, team.
At Hodges Mazda, we are proud of our solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. Lauren Brooks here. As your hometown Mazda dealer, our high customer service standards and our huge inventory of new and used cars provide our customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Our professional, non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And every vehicle purchased from Hodges Mazda comes with 2 years free maintenance. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Swammin, when was the last time that you cleaned your air ducts?
Dad, I manage the air duct cleaning at Zero Res. Trust me, my ducks are cleaner than the plates after Thanksgiving dinner.
Well, I hope so, but it's not just you I'm thinking of. Everyone in Jacksonville should get their air ducts cleaned before the holidays.
You're right. Even though we don't blast the heat like up north, we still trap dust and allergens when the windows stay shut. All that gunk just recirculates through your home and makes your air quality worse.
So you're saying Zero-Res air duct cleaning keeps my air fresh and ready for my holiday guests?
Exactly. Clean ducts means cleaner air, just in time for Thanksgiving. Plus, we've got a November special running right now. Call Zero-Res today and we'll give you $50 off. No more dust, just fresh, clean air for you and your family this holiday season.
Sounds good, son. Now, how about that family discount?
We'll see, Dad.
Visit ZeroResJacksonville.com or call now. Zero-Res,
spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zero-Res.
I was so excited when I heard the sandwich was back. What's up? This is Mike.
And this is Celia.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich
is the symphony of flavors. You can always count on that crispy, tender, juicy chicken. It's so good.
My favorite part is the pimento cheese. Topped off with the honey, it all comes together perfectly. I like the original.
I like the spicy chicken fillet. But either way,
you're getting a winner.
The Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is back with a bite. Try it with the original or spicy filet now for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Yo, what's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E to the T, and our listeners have been killing it in a year full of surprises. My bookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guessing, just straight up action. Does other sports books pay out when you push on a bet? My bookie pays you back. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Start up, use a promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 100% deposit bonus right from jump. Here's a pro tip to get you rolling. The NFL teams with powerhouse offensive lines are dominating the run game this year, and betting game total unders has been printing money. So stack that on my bookie risk-free Thursdays. That's right, there's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, my bookie refunds you your money. Sign up and get that double deposit bonus with my bookie. That's the best sign-up bonus in Florida for Florida bettors. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews speak for themselves, and I challenge any firm to compare results. We offer the resources of a large law firm and the customer service of a boutique practice. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe at 1-800-WOOLSEY. Offices, Jacksonville.
She's very comfortable talking sports and hanging out with the boys.
Mia O'Brien here, still providing the best multimedia sports coverage in Northeast Florida on 1010XL radio, video, and social channels.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Attention poker fans, the World Poker Tour is dealing hot at Best Bet Jacksonville now through November 19th. The action is fierce with 14 pulse-pounding tournaments, including the Best Bet Mystery Bounty and the $5,000 No Limit Hold'em main event with a jaw-dropping $1 million prize pool up for grabs. Your shot at Poker Glory is just a buy-in away. For tournament schedules and details, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com. Best Bet Jacksonville and the World Poker Tour, where today's players become tomorrow's legends.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
back. Scary moment in hockey last night. Man, these sports that we love and cheer, they're so dangerous, aren't they? I mean, these guys make a lot of money, and man, we put them through the ringer when they're not their absolute best. But I don't care. You know, if it's baseball, there's a dude throwing a 90-mile-an-hour bean at you every pitch. If it's football, you're always in danger of some catastrophic injury. You know, I guess basketball would be the safest, yet, you know, it's not always the case. But, man, hockey, when they get that missile firing, these dudes, these hockey players, if you've been around that sport, these are some tough jokers. They are beat up, man. You look at a hockey player mid-season, and they look like they're in a boxing match. Well, last night, a player for the St. Louis Blues had to be taken to the hospital after he got hit in the neck by a puck. Dylan Holloway, leaving a game against the Lightning, taken out on a stretcher after being struck by a puck late in the first period. He was hit in the neck area with 2:37 remaining. Golly, proceeded to finish his shift. You kidding me? Continued to participate in the play before skating to the bench under his own power. And then as a play was stopped with about a minute to go, teammates started calling and asking for assistance. So it was kind of a scary moment there. You weren't sure exactly what was going on, but the Blues medical staff, both teams tended to Holloway for quite a few minutes. Emergency vehicles, EMTs, carted him off to on a stretcher. And so, yeah, there's some concern. Can you imagine some dude drilling a slap shot and that hockey puck hitting you in the neck?
Yeah, I'm done.
You've handled a hockey puck before, right? You ever,
Oh,
have
yeah,
you?
I own a few.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes that's a valid question. You never quite know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but no, those hockey pucks, dude, those things are for real
They're
now.
pretty heavy.
Yeah, they're heavy, and the way they're, designed, they're moving quick.
Absolutely.
All right, so the NFL trade deadline came and went yesterday. Again, let's first and foremost attach it to our team here, and the Jags didn't do anything, which is probably the right thing at this point. Tradable assets have been traded. You've moved on from a couple of vets on the lines of scrimmage, and so sitting tight yesterday. Look. Somebody had a good point I was watching. They were watching or listening to yesterday, or maybe I was even a column I was reading. It's about the trade deadline winners and losers, right? And it's just factoring through these different, entities. In fact, I'm going to call that up here, and I'll reference it here at some point. But there are certain teams that are always on the loser list. Bad teams that'll trade every year or a couple years. They'll trade away their good players to stock for the future, and then they draft the wrong quarterback, and, again, 2 or 3 years later, here they are doing the same thing. Sound familiar, gang? Huh? Sound familiar? We've been that team over and over for 20 years, cycling through different eras of coaches and, more importantly, quarterbacks without any sustained success. Something that continues, by the way. 2-7, after a couple of 9 and 8 years, not exactly screams sustained success. Whatever the reasons. I don't think I think the Jags now at this point, what you do is you use these. Obviously, you try and do the unthinkable. You try and win the last 8 games if you're a player in the locker room you don't want to give up until you have to give up. But more importantly for this football team, you guys better get a really, really, really better idea on just what you got, who you can count on, what you need to add, because those pieces haven't been filled in certainly to perfection, and arguably in some areas have been filled in pretty poorly. We're not on a good run of free agency here, gang. Our big money signees not playing like a big money signee. Our quote helping talent, the role players, the guys you're putting, into pieces, in some cases, see Ronald Darby only for a year at the time. The more I sit here and ruminate, if the Jags season continues to go like it's been going, and that would equal 5 or 6 wins, man, if we could somehow sneak into a spot where his size has scared everyone off, your guy Travis Hunter in a Jaguars uniform would give you a lot of options, wouldn't it?
It would.
I mean, if you pick 5th or 6th,
man,
take him in like that Jamar Chase spot.
Oh, man.
And then decide if he's better for you as a corner or a receiver. It don't matter. Are you going to play him both ways? Maybe a little bit.
Probably.
Yeah. So I'm really, I've tried so hard to stay away from draft talk. And not with the 6th pick of the 2025 draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Travis Hunter, wide receiver, cornerback.
Ooh, athlete.
Colorado. That would bring some juice, wouldn't it?
Oh, man. Yes.
Well, draft talk. Pull up a mock draft for me, ET. Now I'm curious, like whiskers. Maybe. I can't look. In the play, there may be a future Hall of Fame offensive tackle there. Maybe there's an all-world defensive end there. Maybe there's a safety from Washington State that's not on yours or my radar. Maybe that was a stretch. But when it comes to what I know what I'm getting, at least because I see him a lot, and I know how much I'd like to have Travis Hunter on my roster. I don't have to do any suggestion or wondering or decide between this big guy and that big guy. I know what this guy can do. You got a mock draft up from anywhere?
Yeah, but ain't no way this right. This has us picking like 12th.
Okay, forget where we're picking. Where's Travis Hunter fall on that one?
Okay, let's see here.
That was more my curiosity. I'm just, he's not look, don't get me wrong. He's not 5'8", 130 pounds, but he's not the biggest dude to take that two-way pounding. He's able to do it at Power 5 level. 5th, see, that's what I'm saying.
Wide receiver, cornerback.
That's about where it is, right?
Yep.
Probably going to have to land there, and they'll probably – who's 6 and 7, just out of curiosity?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is D lineman Kenneth Grant.
Okay.
And then 7th is offensive tackle out of Minnesota.
Yeah, those big boys now, they get awful attractive for bad teams. You got to realize, even the Jags are picking 8th. I think it's more likely we're going to win some football games. They're going to frustrate us by going on a 3-game win streak, and it'll all be about what could have been, and we'll finish 7-10 and hopeful, but at the same time, go all the way down to about the 17 hole. That's how I think it'll work. But it looks like maybe 5 is the magic number.
But then I just looked at another one just randomly, and Travis Hunter's going first.
First?
Yeah.
Whose is that?
The Patriots.
No, I'm saying who's.
Oh, this is Bleacher
Report. Okay, that's more of a fan. I could be Johnny Fanboy a little to a degree. Yeah. So, but like
the first one was PFF.
Yeah, PFF I would trust a little bit more. That's anyway. We're a long way from there. I mean, Travis Hunter has a lot of football play this year, and the Jags do too. Fortunately or unfortunately, I guess that remains to be seen. Doug Peterson is at a loss. Probably as much as we are. He sees what we see. He's second-guessing. We heard him talk about this yesterday. He admitted it was the coach's fault that Brenton Strange was not targeted more. We talked about that a little bit yesterday as well. But he knows that the offense has had a problem on 3rd down. He knows that short yardage hasn't always been what they needed. Doug Peterson cut 12. He also sees what we see. It's a couple plays here or there. It's a just miss here or there. It's an unfortunate mistimed turnover or fumble here or there.
I mean, there was a lot of, I think in the game yesterday for us offensively, and then, 3 and outs or 5 and outs or, short possessions where that's the part that's frustrating too, right? You want to get into that. You want to get into that rhythm, but the guys don't. Some of that's part of football too, right? I mean, that's just your opponent making plays. That's what they get paid to do. So that's just the ebb and flow of a game. But I don't see our guys getting down. I don't see our guys being dejected on the sideline. There's great communication on the sideline. A lot of encouragement, like, hey, we'll make that play the next time, or here's suggest this, suggest that, and really, I think the feeling of like it's close. To your point, I mean, it's close, right? We just need that one play to get us going.
All right, so Yeah, we'll hit a one play. We need some sustained consistency, and I know he knows we need a lot of things, and that's a direct answer to more of a direct question. From the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, Jeff, how do you feel about people wanting the Jags to lose for a better draft pick? Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. I'm not in that camp. I don't want to lose ever. But I'll take the fringe-ish benefit of the higher draft pick, especially if there's a guy who you really want. Hunter from 3 to 5, I bet. I just don't know. What about his size? Last thing, I'm sorry. I'm putting you to work in there, my man.
Closed it out. Let me pull it back.
Yeah. So, anywho, there's that. You want to know how fast it changes in the NFL? Remember last year at the trade deadline? Anyone care to remember what Washington was doing? Y'all remember? Yeah, they were sending off elite edge rushing talent. Chase Young was traded to the Niners. Sweat was traded to the Bears. The Commanders were on their way to having to make another quarterback change and draft a rookie. They were on their way to making a coaching change, and voila, look at that. And lo and behold, here we are just 1 year later on the trade deadline, and one of the bigger, more impactful moves was made by Washington, and it darn sure wasn't sending somebody, through the outdoor. Yeah, Commanders went and got Marshawn Lattimore yesterday. I think that's big. It's big for a Washington team that offense makes them a threat any week and against any opponent that they're matched with. Lattimore's certainly a winner. Imagine this transition, E. You're on the Saints. Hello, darkness, my old friend. You just lost to the Carolina Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to hop on a plane and go to the Washington Commanders facility. Dan Quinn, by the way, the coach there, has maximized star potential of his secondary at every stop he's been. Look at the work he did with the Cowboys, right? Those young corners, man, that were just been fantastic. The one dude had all the pick sixes. You've had Trayvon Diggs, led the league in interceptions. He did the same thing in Atlanta. He made Keanu O'Neal a star. He left. You know, I've seen Keanu O'Neal in a couple of years. So he's done a good job with the secondary. Marshawn Lattimore goes from watching, Spencer Rattler and Taysom Hill try and get you a win to Jaden Daniels. Yeah. Another big winner would be Zadarius Smith. Same type deal. You get to go from the Cleveland Browns to the Detroit Lions. This is a huge pickup. I can get on board with the Lions. I hope they don't match up with my former first love, the Atlanta Falcons, in the playoff bracket. That would be tough for me. Well, it wouldn't be tough. I'd be all Falcons in that. But I can root for Detroit really, really strong until I get tired of them, which will happen. It's happening with the Chiefs big time. Have you noticed this shift that we've just decided, okay, the Chiefs, you're going to be the enemy. You're going to be the villain. You're going to be our Patriots. We're going to when your guy false starts inside the 5-yard line on a go-ahead drive, we're not going to call it. We're going to make you, we're going to put all the attention on you as a villain. We're going to keep that villain role shining bright. It seemed to work out pretty well with Brady and the Patriots all those years. But this guy's Zadarius Smith, and I'll leave it at that. Back to the Lions. This dude's got a mean streak, and he's ticked off at two teams in the Lions division. The Packers, who he said disrespected him, and the Vikings, who did the same. And so now this dude has 4 games or 3 games. I guess they've already played. They played them both once, actually. So a couple games against those guys. That's a nice pickup. They lost Aiden Hutchinson. They know the Lions can read the room. They can look at the standings and the scoreboard and say, dang, we're really good, man. We might be the best team in the NFC. I'm not just going to go through this year hoping for somebody to fill an inspirational role. I'm going to go get an A kicker on the other edge side, and I'll let him replace Hutchinson. Yeah, we're just going to do it that way. Did we talk about the Joel Embiid incident in the locker room?
No, we didn't.
So Joel Embiid over the weekend got into it with a columnist in Philadelphia. It got heated. And look, Joel Embiid should probably not read the newspaper or Twitter. Okay? Because when you get a big, fat $60 million contract in the offseason and you don't play ever, regardless of whether the reasons are valid or not, you're not going to like what people are saying. And Embiid overreacted. He brought an unfair, and I don't know exactly how the dude referenced his brother, but I do know that guys are savvy enough at that level, writing there in that market, that I'm sure it wasn't as.
It wasn't a direct.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't.
Like
Basically, Joel basically rededicated his NBA career to his brother, who unfortunately passed away at a young age in Africa.
Okay.
And the way it was put was, where's that dedication that...
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, where's that same dedication that you put towards like, the game of basketball, like playing for your brother? Where is that?
Yeah, that's unfair.
And that's what
that's not enough to get all in your to get crazy about
to put your hands on somebody.
Yeah, man, you're a big dude. Don't put your hands on me. And by the way, during the interchange, I didn't see it, but I read the transcript. You know, the play-by-play, the Todd. There was nothing that led to a point where a hand should have been put on the guy.
And whenever.
Just never talk to him again, man. You got all the power. I'm never talking to the columnist again.
When the columnist found out that Joel was upset, he was actually in the process of going to apologize to him. So he was in the act of apologizing. He got his.
Yeah, that's right. And he jumped him.
Yeah.
And Embiid's testy because he's not playing, and the world's not throwing bouquets of flowers at him, wishing him well. They want him to get out there and play. And to Embiid's credit, dude, he is a warrior, man. He's got you can almost hear bone on bone when the dude walks. That's what it feels like watching him. Tremendous player, but man, that's just a big old body, broken down's probably too strong, but certainly beat up, right? The knees, ankle, he's had them all. Let's come back with a football fix. I'll get more of the dirty deets from the trade deadline and other National Football League news is percolating here on a Wednesday morning. It's a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. We got Get Smart John coming up in about 45, 50 minutes or so. The Hicken arrival just 20 minutes out. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL. 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Since a loss in Northern Illinois on September the 7th, 16-14, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame have won 6 consecutive games, including a 51-14 romp against Navy October the 26th at MetLife Stadium. The Fighting Irish laying 26 against Florida State in South Bend on Saturday, 42.5 the total. Georgia, 2.5-point road favorite at Ole Miss at Vaught Hemingway Stadium, total 55. Texas laying 21.5 at home at Florida in Austin on Saturday. At UCF, a 3-point dog at Arizona State. The Jaguars, a 4-point dog at home against the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday, total 47. Cash back for every bet with a G-Bank Signature Visa card. VSIN.com/GBank. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
The holidays are just around the corner, and so is your entire family.
Babe, the toilet's growling at me again.
Uh-oh, the kitchen sink just turned into Old Faithful. There's no hot water!
Don't let plumbing chaos steal your holiday cheer. Call Duck Duck Rooter today to fix those issues before Aunt Linda blames you for ruining Christmas dinner. Duck Duck Rooter, your local plumbing pros. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
I'm Chris Campione. In a world of big box law firms with satellite offices, there's something special about having a local legal team that cares about you and your community. We're not just lawyers, we're your neighbors. We understand the unique challenges facing the Jacksonville community because we live here too. At Campione Law, Campione Cares isn't just a tagline, it's our commitment to you. Campione Law, your trusted lawyers after an accident. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
What's good, fellas? It's your boy E to the T here, and we all know that athletes train every day to perform better on the field, right? Well, what if I could enhance your performance in the bedroom? No training required. That's right, I'm talking about that secret weapon, Blue Chew, a chewable tablet with the same active ingredients is Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and Staxin. That ships right to the crib in a discreet package. No doctor's visits, no trips to the pharmacy. It's all online. The licensed medical providers work to find the right ingredients for your prescription. They also have Daily Tag that contains 7 essential vitamins. It's chewable too. Now you can try Blue Chew for the free on me. Visit BlueChew.com and enter my promo code 1010XL and you'll only have to pay $5 for shipping. Turn that oh no into a oh yeah. That promo code again is 1010XL and let your boy hook you up with some Blue Chew. Get your confidence back. Visit BlueChew.com.
Is an injury keeping you on the sidelines? Whether it's your shoulder, neck, back, knee, wrist, or ankle, don't let pain hold you back any longer. At Injury Care Centers, they offer the same high-tech treatments trusted by the pros to supercharge your recovery without surgery. The road to recovery starts the moment you pick up the phone. 904-783-0008. That's 904-783-0008. Injury care starts at Injury Care Centers.
Are you ready to upgrade your home? Experience the winning combination of style and performance with Renewal by Andersen. Energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Right now, save 20% on your entire project. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. This offer expires November 30th and restrictions apply. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
Keeping up with Seminole Nation.
Join the Noles and their road to repeat as ACC champs.
Stay close to the Seminoles with the Florida State Seminole Report. Brought to you by your local Ag Pro, your home team on 1010XL.
I've been telling you about the premium luxury storage that's coming in Atlantic Beach. Spots are open now for purchase. You need to get in on this. What are the reasons for purchasing a unit here at the Shed? Well, there are plenty of them. Who's it for? Well, if you're running out of room at home for your cars, toys, extras, it's a place where you can store and work on projects. You got large RV, fifth wheels. You want premier indoor storage for your investment. Maybe you don't live locally, have a place to keep your Florida things. Maybe you're between houses, looking to move to Atlantic Beach, temporary, long-term storage in that manner. Maybe you got long-term projects going on. You want to leave parts out, do frame-up, restorations. Maybe it's a man cave hangout, watch games, have a golf simulator. Business owners, I mean, the uses are endless. Premium uses with premium storage for premium possessions to be valued and protected. Go to theshed.com and schedule your appointment today or call 555-3195. It's theshedjacks.com. That's theshedjacks.com.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What?
Huh? I'm so over this."
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call State Farm agent Brandon Thomas at 342-3459.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars.
Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguar offensive lineman and Hall of Famer Tony Baselli looks for the Jaguars to pick up the tempo to start the game.
I think there's all kinds of risks around it because this team has been inept on offense to start games. They've gone backward.
Former Jag running back Fred Taylor looks for the play calling to be improved from the last game.
I dislike the play call wholeheartedly to begin with. I just don't think it was their best play.
The Jaguars have made a flurry of practice squad moves before they begin practice for Week 10. The Jags have released running back Jake Funk and linebacker Tanner Muse from the practice squad. The team signed offensive lineman Dennis Daly and long snapper Peter Bowden. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, back on Vitros Plumbing Wednesday. Going to get a football fix here in just a second, but there's really two ways you look at the initial college football playoff rankings, the 12-team projection and the 12-team ranking, because there's a difference. Like the ranking went Oregon 1, Ohio State 2, Georgia 3, Miami 4. And then 5 to 12, and we've been through those, and we'll take a deeper dive a little bit later than this morning. We already did it earlier this hour. So there's those rankings, 1 to 12. Oregon 1, Ohio State 2, Georgia 3, Miami 4. But you can take those, and then you can actually project what the bracket, that's not what the bracket would look like, even though that's the way the rankings are. So you take these same 12 teams, and you can also, and more properly, reconstitute it as it would be if this were the final ranking. And in that final ranking, Ohio State wouldn't be the 2 seed, even though they're ranked number 2. They'll be the 5 seed because the Big 12 leader/winner, which is BYU, which I think is ranked 7th or 8th, gets into the 4 spot because they are a conference champion from a Power 4 team. So there's really two ways to look at how, the poll release. Like if you're Miami, gosh, we're the 4 seed. No, you're really going to be the 3 if it plays out from this point forward. And so, really, that's what you encourage every, fan base to want for their team. Just win the games. By the way, you look at the landscape. It's going to be fun. Look at the landscape. Look at these matchups. Look at the matchups that we get right out of the gates if you go by this. Just right off the bat, you have Notre Dame at Penn State in round 1. You have Alabama at Texas. You have Indiana at Tennessee. You'd have right now Ohio State as the number 2 seed would go into the 5 spot. They would host Boise, and then that would play, into that next round. It really, your 5 seed is a really nice place to be. You get a home game against a 12 seed, which is always going to be that non-power 5, which you're going to beat handily, usually. And then you get to go play at the 4 seed, which is going to be the weakest by far of the conference champions. It's not like you're going to face, Georgia or Texas or, Oregon. You're going to get the BYU or the Big 12 winner. So, anyway, that's where it stands after the initial reveal last night, but again, so much ball to be played. Listen, if I know anything from covering the college sports, football programs, and I cover the University of Florida on a daily basis. We call that a beat reporter. I was a beat reporter for the University of Florida football team in 1987. Been around college football programs for a long time. And one thing I know never works, ever, 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 whether you are ingrained or on a hot seat, never, ever, ever look sideways at a fan base. It's kiss of death. I don't care if you're a favorite son. Mike Gundy played football at Oklahoma State. He has been at Oklahoma State for 1,000,000 years. I'm 40. That was 40 years ago. He's as tried and true cowboy, orange and black as a guy could be, I suppose. And he stepped in it a little bit. His team has lost 6 straight. And he posted an apology last night because he made comments during his Monday news conference where he suggested fans being negative about his team, quote, can't pay their own bills. Yeah, I'm going to circle back pretty quick on that one. I apologize to those who my comments during Monday's media call offended. My intent was not to offend any of our fans who have supported us in this program through the years. Yep, BS meter going off. Ding, 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 ding. Your tent damn sure was to offend those fans. Fire the band, D. We got a football fix. Let me take you around the National Football League, and all its wonder and glory. There's plenty of ways to look at the trade deadline. Let's just go real quick through the winners and losers, and I've scanned them all. You find pretty much the same teams and entities and players falling in the same spots. But now that we can really look at the entirety of the trade period, because a lot of the receiver moves came leading in. They didn't happen yesterday, right? We saw Devontae Adams, Amari Cooper, Deontay Johnson, DeAndre Hopkins, Mike Williams yesterday. Saw a lot of guys. So here are some winners. You know what some winners are? AFC quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers got Adams. Josh Allen got Cooper. Lamar Jackson added Deontay Johnson to their stable. They're going all in. More on that in a second. Mahomes got DeAndre Hopkins 2 touchdowns the other night. Even Joe Burrow gets a scat back Khalil Herbert who helps. And Russell Wilson and the Steelers had Mike Williams. So I'm not sure what the Jerry Jones and the Cowboys were doing, throwing anything at Jonathan Mingo, but okay. 23, perhaps there's a ceiling there. Talked about Marshawn Lattimore and Zadarius Smith. Good moves for their teams and great news for players who go from losing situations to winning ones. As for yesterday's last-minute deals, let's see. The Ravens also pick up a cornerback, Tre'Davious White. He goes from formerly the Bills. You'll remember him. So the Ravens are adding pieces here, man. They realize what they got. They're sitting on a gold mine there with Lamar and Derrick Henry. So now you add Deontay Johnson to Zay Flowers is high 2 at the least as a receiving option. And boy, the Ravens look sturdy. That AFC looks tough too. All right, there's just some of the news and notes from around the National Football League. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. It's brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers and Mandarin, not insurance. Assurance, what you get with Mandy and her dream team and the home course, the Julington Creek Golf Course. Tee it high and let it fly. It's the best value in golf. Just Google Julington Creek Golf Club and set your tee time today. Back with more next on the Vitros Plumbing Wednesday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Make the best picks and win a pizza party from Salvatore's Pizza at Tapestry Park. Party! Pick the worst. You'll still win some pizza. Yeah! Just not enough for a party.
Pepperoni, sausage, ground beef.
You pick them.
At 1010XL.com. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
What's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E to the T, and our listeners have been killing it in a year full of surprises. MyBookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guesses. Just straight up action. Does your other sports bets pay out when you push on a bet? MyBookie pays you back. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Start out using my promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 100% deposit right from jump. Here's a pro tip that'll get you rolling. The NFL teams with the powerhouse offensive lines are dominating the run game this year. And betting the game total unders has been printing money. Stack that on the MyBookie Risk-Free Thursdays. That's right, there's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, MyBookie refunds you that bread back. Sign up now and get double your deposit bonus with MyBookie. It's the best bet for Florida bettors. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
The inflation fighter is back and saving you thousands at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Mia here, and right now at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned, just $500 down and $288 per month gets you a pre-owned 2021 Toyota Corolla. Or you choose a pre-owned 2021 Camry, RAV4, or Tacoma for just $500 down and $388 per month. You also get no payments till January 2025. It's all at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Shop in person, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, or online at arlingtontoyota.com.
Hacker here, and let me tell you, this is the stuff I never thought I'd say. I now weigh 209 pounds thanks to Awaken 180. To put that in perspective, I'm down from a triple XL to a large. My waist has dropped 10 inches from a 48 to a 38. I honestly never thought I'd get to this point. And one of the best parts now is that I get to be so active and play every afternoon with my 5-year-old little hack. Now, none of this would have been possible without Awaken 180 weight loss. They don't just help you lose weight, they make the impossible possible. We're celebrating this Saturday at Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra Beach for a Florida-Texas watch party. Yes, I will be eating, and yes, I'll be drinking. Both are approved while losing weight with Awaken 180. Now, if you're ready for your own transformation, making the impossible possible, do what we all did and choose the solution for weight loss at awaken180weightloss.com. If they did this for me, they can do it for you too.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Wow, John, my Clearwater sprinkler system looks great.
All right, Frank, let's go ahead and program your Rainbird timer. How many minutes do you want the zones to run?
John, I think we run from the front 20, the sides 15, the back 10, the garden 5. Clearwater scores!
Well, that's a first, Frank, but you're the boss.
Clearwater irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage to
ClearwaterJax.com. Every Monday, David Garrard calls the signals and looks for you on Jaguars Today from 10 to noon.
Look past left prong. Oh, we're ready.
Brought to you by WaterboyJax.com.
Duval.
On 1010XL.
When pests invade your space, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, we show up for you and eliminate pests quicker. Because we care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so do we. Don't live with a pest problem. Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com. Terminix it.
Big Sur's here. My cigars are back in stock at Island Girl Gate Parkway. Buy a box and I will autograph it for you. Island Girl Gate Parkway is the place to enjoy a great cigar selection, a full bar, enjoy a daily happy hour from noon to 7 and all day Sunday. Enjoy college and NFL games from noon to 6. When you buy 5 cigars, you get 1 free. Plus, live music Friday and Saturday nights. For upcoming events, follow Island Girl Gate Parkway on Instagram and Facebook at islandgirl.gateparkway.
This is Mark Nato. My son Justin injured his hand playing baseball for JU. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist performed surgery just a few days later, and within 5 weeks, he was cleared to play in the ASUN baseball tournament. Our family has trusted Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for years. For any orthopedic injury, let Southeast Orthopedic Specialists take care of you too.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
I'm Jeff Middlecoff with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners, Alan Tyre, Bill Pappas, and Ken Rimley, have been helping first-time home buyers with their mortgage financing all over Florida for 34 years. First-time home buyers can get no or low down payments, anywhere from 0 to 3.5% down. As a first-time home buyer with Trustline Mortgage, you get added benefits for doing your loan with us, like lower rates on your mortgage insurance and lower closing costs. Oh, and did I forget to mention that Trustline gives first-time home buyers better mortgage interest rates? Here's the bottom line. Trustline Mortgage wants to help first-time home buyers accomplish your goal of home ownership. That's why Trustline Mortgage is offering the best first-time home buyer benefits around, period. Trustline Mortgage delivers with no and low down payments, lower closing costs, and better interest rates. Call Trustline Mortgage today at 381-LOAN. Yes, 381-LOAN to find out how we can help you buy your dream home. Or visit our website at trustlinemortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Certain restrictions apply. See office for details. Trustline is an equal housing opportunity. MLS number 331480.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Blue Chew. Florida football has turned the page on the loss to Georgia and now take on 5th-ranked Texas. Head coach Billy Napier, this is no easy task.
This is a very talented roster from top to bottom at every position. It's elite height, length, speed, athleticism, so we have to be buttoned up.
Florida men's basketball coach Todd Golden and the Gators win over USF likes the mental toughness the team displayed.
But I was proud of the way we rallied. Obviously, been down 13 in the first half. We
weak-minded team might not be able to come back the way we did.
For FSU quarterback Luke Kromenaugh, it's a learning process, according to head coach Mike Norvell.
And so getting the amount of work that he's gotten, I think it's going to do nothing but accelerate, his continued development. And, I wouldn't put him on the field unless I ultimately believed in, how he would perform and what he would do.
At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
At 6:59, it's 74 degrees. Your time and your tip is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Barra & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Oh! Oh!
Guess what day it is?
You know it! Oh! Oh!
Guess what day it is?
Okay. Let's
Guess
see.
what day it is?
Let me think. A little foggy. It's early.
Anybody?
Mike. Is Mike now?
Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hump day.
Yes, sir! Tell me.
Hump Day!
Woo! Oh, yeah! Uh-oh. Come on, Mike. Who's Mike?
Mike.
Good to be here. Hello, Hump Day. Yeah. Here in Jacksonville, it's called Can't Get Over the Hump Day. Oh. When it comes to our football team. Yeah. Yeah, you're bringing me down. Just like that? Well, yeah, I was thinking on the ride in, I can't believe that a year ago, because I heard you talk about Washington and how fast they've flipped the switch. And we've turned the switch off in a year. Yeah, we pulled the plug. A year ago, we were 8-3, right? Roughly this time of the year. Yeah, 7-3 right now. And talking about being the 1 seed. We were. In the AFC. When Monday night, Brandon McManus can hit a 7-yard field goal, we would be. And less than 365 days later, we're the number 2 pick in the NFL draft. Draft talk. And so it got me thinking, and it made me do this poll question. I didn't want to do it, Jeff. Yes, I didn't want to do it. Yeah, you did. No, I didn't. But it is brought to you by our friends at Dreamfinders Homes. You don't drink coffee, but it's very annoying when you get a little coffee thing and the grounds get into the coffee. Is that what it is? I saw you pick them out. Yeah, they like float around. It's just a very small thing. I mean, you can just gulp them down. It's not going to kill you. But anyway, I digress. Go ahead. I think that's a vegetable, the grounds. Well, it's a bean. It's probably more of a legume. Yeah. Is a coffee bean actually a bean? I'm sure it is. They wouldn't call it a bean, would they? Yeah. Seems more like a nut. It's hard. Yeah. So Dreamfinders Homes poll question today brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars. 15 different locations in the Jacksonville community to serve you. Who do you want to coach the Jags in 2025? Next year? And I gave you 4 choices. Dang. E, are you ready to play? Dang.
I'm ready.
Well, I had to do it. You're allowed. Is it not being discussed? I'm here for it. I'm not criticizing it. Let's go. Put it right up there. Is it cold-hearted? Is it harsh? No. Is it deserved? Yeah, that depends on who you're asking. Depends on what kind of leash you have, what you believe. Had you not told me 3-12 in the last 15 games? Yeah, it's very bad. That's one terrible 15-game stretch for sure. Well, in honor of the current guy, I put Doug Peterson in there. Well, good. Okay. Yeah, it's fair. For sure. Then I gave you 3 choices. I'd have to know, for me, and then you'll continue, and I'll answer it just directly as a question. It also depends what their plans are in other areas. You may have another choice. Lane Kiffin. I put Joe Brady in there. Yeah, he's done very well. I put Brady's now with the Bills. Is that right? I put Ben Johnson, who's that's very popular. Ding, 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 ding. And then I would be remiss if I didn't put Bill Belichick, who we've heard linked to Jacksonville. Obviously. Yeah, and I could see that one being polarizing. I could see people wanting something newer and fresher, and I could also see people, for whatever reason, and I was all on board with the Falcons getting Bill Belichick. I'm not sure Belichick's who I'd want here. Is that a dumb thing to say?
I don't know. I kind of sometimes think it is, and then I kind of
Yeah, me
sometimes
too.
think it may
I'm there
not be.
too, and especially since it's not really a complete opening where you have to make a decision. Maybe it lingers that way more because of that. You don't have to say yes or no to it. But yeah, he deserves to be on that list for sure. Now, your engaged NFL fan, your P1 NFL fan, is going to say the Lions offensive coordinator.
Well, I'm going to ask both of you guys the question.
Yeah.
Man, I don't need you dancing around it. Who do you want to be the coach of the Jags in 2025?
Of those choices. Oh, man, I feel like, man, you could get a guy who's won 6 Super Bowls and you're going to say no? You're going to get a guy who's, those choices.
Yeah,
I got to go Belichick, man. It's just me, and that's probably not the best. That's probably not the popular answer. It's conservative.
Yeah.
But it's a guy who was able to take a quarterback and put all the right pieces around him, and his teams were buttoned up, and when capable and equally talented, won all the time.
Who would you want?
I'm going Benjamin.
Yeah. I think that's the trendy, popular.
700 votes. Ben Johnson, 60.7%.
Yeah, well, good for that. Good for the P1 knowledge there. Good because that's not a. You stop 100 people on Main Street and ain't 60 of them know who Ben Johnson is.
Yeah, I need Benjamin here to bring that whatever they got going on in Detroit. Bring that to Duval.
Yeah. Belly got 20.
Is that third or second?
That's second. Peterson's got 11. Joe Brady is 7.5. So. That's it's just interesting. Listen, Ben Johnson's going to be coaching somewhere next year.
Where's he from? Who did he come up with? Ben Johnson. Who's his tree? Like who's his mentor? Is he from that Rams, McVay, LaFleur deal?
Young guy. He's 38. He was born in Charleston. Went to high school in Asheville.
And he really, by the way, is just the talk of the league and what he's done with that.
He was with the Dolphins from 2012 to 2018.
And when did Mike McDaniel get that job? After that? That Brian Flores had the job then, probably?
Then he went to the Lions as a quality control coach in 19, tight ends coach in 2021, passing game coordinator in 21, OC in 22.
Yeah, he just is ridden. They see how talented he is, and they promote him every year is what's happening.
He was a walk-on quarterback for the Tar Heels.
Okay.
Competed as a reserve quarterback behind T.J. Yates.
All right.
Inspired to get into coaching by his OC at UNC, John Shoop. Became a grad assistant for Boston College. And was hired originally.
Who was the Shoop baseball player from Fernandina?
Oh, Shoop.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Was they pro or no? Wasn't that John Shoop?
Might have been.
J-O-N?
This one is J-O-H-N.
Yeah. I don't think it's the same guy, but I don't know.
He was retained after Dan Campbell was named head coach.
Okay. An interesting sidebar here is
he says his offensive scheme has been being influenced by Kevin Rogers, Darrell Bevel, Adam Gase, Clyde Christensen, and Mike Martin.
Not guys that you love.
No,
not guys that you love. Some. We've had those guys.
I know. Brunell loves them.
Yeah. Well, you know what else he has? He has a front office that drafts Amon-Ra St. Brown. He has a front office that says, we were pretty good with DeAndre Swift at running back.
But I'll say this.
That's who they had. Now I'm going to go get the Bears, David Montgomery. We're going to draft Jamal Gibbs in the, number 12 overall.
I'll say this. He took Jared Goff and made him better.
Or at least recognize that he was good enough to win. And that's part of it, too.
I think Jared Goff's had better stats here than he did in L.A.
He had some good years in L.A., better than people give him credit for. But to your point, this is the most fruitful time of his career. He's fantastic, right? And the Lions are an easy route right now. And enjoy it while you can, Detroit. It will turn on you eventually.
Yeah. So I got a bonus Dreamfinders Homes poll question.
Cheapers.
I hope you enjoy it.
Wow.
But before we do that, let me just tell you quickly about Dreamfinders Homes. 2.99% interest rate year one. So sometimes you think, I can't afford a house. Yes, you can. And if you're a first-time home, it's tough. It's tough. I know they're expensive, and they are. But if you go to dreamfindershomes.com, you may be surprised. And those folks over there are terrific. They'll help you navigate through your home purchase. And you can always tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. Now, he and I have worked diligently.
When they cut your check, do they write it to Dreamfinders Danny or do they put Dan Hicken?
They do put a little DF, which I appreciate.
Nice.
Now, listen. E and I have worked diligently. E has.
Okay.
I called him and told him what to do. And I think you have it done. I hope I'm not jumping the gun here.
All right.
But he and I have worked diligently to prepare a tribute piece
to
Sean Gibson.
Deshaun Gibson.
No longer with us.
Yeah, I called him he's the ghost ship. He's the Jags ghost ship. He floated out. No, never had any passengers.
Oh.
And I mean, that was bizarre. He certainly gets a chapter.
Without further ado, you go ahead and roll it. Okay, that's our truth.
Okay, there you go. Nice.
Our Dream Finders Homes bonus poll question of the day. Now that Deshaun Gibson is a member of the Niners, what will be your favorite memory of his time with the Jags in 2024? 1, first practice. Thank you, E. 2, 3, the one interview we had. Or 4, who? We say goodbye to Tayshaun. Came here to Jacksonville. A lot of intrigue, a lot of excitement. Gonna help the secondary.
My favorite part was the front office telling us, yeah, it's a good signing. I mean, makes sense to go ahead and sign a guy, trade for. Did they trade for him or did they just sign him?
He won't be eligible for 6 weeks.
Did he go back to the Niners?
Yeah.
Is he eligible there?
I guess.
Oh, wow. What's going on?
I don't know. No one knows. It's hard to say goodbye, though. Anyway,
it was a lot harder the first go around. I feel for Tayshaun. I mean, he came in, said the right things. I think he would have helped, but don't you have your ear to the ground a little bit on that whole thing?
Just so you know, the winner of the Tayshaun Gibson Memorial poll question was who?
Yeah, there you go. That's fair.
Yeah, that poll question is closed. The who do you want to coach the Jags in 2025 is open, and again, it's all brought to you by our friends at Dream Finders Homes. So, it's just amazing what a year will do. What a year will do for
and when it comes
us.
to the coaches, because I'm immediately getting blowback on Belichick, and that's fine. I get that. History is more littered with hotshot coordinators getting NFL jobs and never amounting to a thing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Mike McDaniel was that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Right? The Niners offense was, now the difference is, at least for me in Detroit, is like he is the top offensive mind. Like some places a coordinator comes from where the head coach is the top offensive mind. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas up in Detroit, Campbell doesn't strike me as off. I know he was a tight end. I know he's probably well versed in offense, but it didn't seem like he's like some sort of offensive genius.
Yeah,
is that fair?
Yeah.
He's too busy eating kneecaps to do that.
One thing with the Ben Johnson choice, we see the Lions going far this year.
Right.
So we're going if he is the leading candidate, we're going to get a late start on that, and draft is right around the corner.
And you know what? That's okay.
Hey man, I tiptoed into a similar irony. I mentioned to you off air what a circus it's going to be in Gainesville here in a couple of weeks when Lane Kiffin comes to town. But what about this one? What if the Gators inside they have decided that Lane Kiffin is who they want?
Mm-hmm.
If Ole Miss goes to the playoff, they're not going to be able to pursue that for quite a while.
Right.
So Ole Miss needs to lose another game to not make the playoff if Florida wants to get to them as quickly as they can.
Right.
So you could be left with a scenario of Gator fans / Florida rooting to beat the guy that you want to be your head coach in order for him to become more available quickly to become just that. Yeah. And then, by the way, throw in the wrench of, you've also got a guy now who just beat the guy that you all say you want, who has, quite frankly, better talent.
Right.
So that's going to be a circus. I'm looking forward to that Saturday.
It will be.
There's going to be a lot around that one, man.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in the world of sports down here. Disappointment. I suspect in FSU, they will have sweeping coaching changes. I mean, somebody's got to take the fall for this, right? So my guess is, and they're not firing Norvell. So in Tallahassee, you're going to have all kinds of assistants out the door, be my guess. Gainesville, we'll see what happens. Napier staying or going, depends on what happens. I
feel like he's leaving, dude. We're just slow playing it. We're not going to talk about it every week. I kind of feel like no one expects him to do anything other than lose 3 of these last 4.
I don't know.
And then you're going to be 5-7 again, and we'll see. I don't know either. I don't know either. It's just a gut feeling.
I saw this from one of my Gator guys, Lagway, grade 2, hamstring strain, PRP injections this week. He wants to play Saturday.
Is grade 2 worse than grade 1? We need Doc Murphy, an emergency call.
He's told us many times.
2's worse?
No.
Grade 1's the worst?
Doesn't matter.
Well, does it bother you at all that our guy went off like Paul Pierce in a wheelchair?
Well, I think that was more of a, like I said, I think that was more of the ride.
Okay. All right. Well, that'd be awesome if you could get him back. Now, listen,
we'll find out more today. He'll be on that SEC report. It'll say out.
For sure. I'd rather have another coach, but I am not going to sit here and root against or wait for it to happen or be miserable until. Go win games. Go upset Texas. If it means you get a raise and whatever. Just give me some wins, man.
All right, good news.
By the way,
yeah.
Speaking of FSU and their struggles, you ready for this? A little nugget of a stat.
I love nuggets.
I would play your stat of the day, but I feel like Balls intentionally tries to hurt me with those stingers.
Mm-hmm.
Ashton Gianti.
Yes.
Scored 126 points this year.
Yeah.
Florida State has scored 128.
Oh, boy.
So, and I don't know if that's including maybe a defensive score or two. So we could literally have a case where a running back from Boise has scored more points than the entire FSU offense.
Oh, boy.
Jordan Travis. Who has Jordan Travis?
Jets.
What? The Jets?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Jordan Travis is a freaking NFL superstar. We just didn't know it. The effect that this guy had.
I mean, again, though, you want superstars, go look at the Rams' defensive line.
Yeah, you don't go to 1-8 because you lost a defensive end. I mean, they've been doing that.
There's two of them.
They've been doing it
There's two of them.
Hick.
Verse and Fisk. Those guys on front stink for the Knowles this year.
That's been the last 2 or 3 years. I mean, it was Johnson in the first round the year before that. I mean, they've had that, and they've lost it.
They don't this year.
I get it. Mm-hmm. There's talent, though, there. I mean, there's, anyway.
I don't think so.
I think that the Knowles are 1-7 or 8 now, 90% because
I know you
quarterback.
do.
Yeah.
I don't agree
I
with
hear
that,
you.
but that's fine. It's a large percentage, so we would quibble.
Sure.
We got to take a break. We got trivia on deck. It'll be a fun day. That's coming up, and we'll do that.
John Shave, not John Shoop. Thank you, text line.
Oh, yeah, John Shave.
That's
Jon. This is the drill. Shoop.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
Yeah, to add on to the despair of the Jaguars in the year that's gone on here, you start looking at, where they pick. Are they second, third, or fourth? They're the top 5. There's 9 teams that have 2 wins. But then you look at what do they need? And you just go down the list, man. Corners, safety, receivers, defensive tackles, offensive tackles. I mean, you can go down the list. They need everything. That's what they need, and that doesn't bode well for this franchise. Whoever they do, they're going to have to start over. They have to build around the young guys, Trevor Lawrence, Brian Thomas Jr., et cetera. And ultimately, we might be headed for sort of a mini rebuild. That is your Duval Minutes, brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Always on the lookout for good employees, experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians. Benefits include 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. What an offer. Come see why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years. Rapidly growing, 50-plus years, proudly serving Jacksonville, family-owned and operated, so stable. They want you to be part of the family. They are giving you this opportunity. And all you got to do is go to liftpower.com and read up. Learn more at liftpower.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Kick off your college football weekend with a Bueller Aaron Plumbing College Kickoff.
I'm Matt Hayes, and I'll help you slide into a college football Saturday with pregame news and notes.
Friday evening at 6. Brought to you by Sonny's Barbecue on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, Hicken here from Bow 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden frequently called upon for his expert opinion. Currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area, and he's the founder of Bow 9. Visit Bow 9 Associates today, and you will experience the difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused. You know who I'm talking about, Bow 9 and Associates.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy Subs and Sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a dandy. And do it today.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
Firefighters, paramedics, police officers, they take care of us, and at AMCO, we're proud to take care of them. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. As an essential business, we work on every kind of car repair with flexible financing and extra safety precautions. Essential, reliable, trusted. That's the men and women who are there for us, and it's our honor to be there for them. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia. AMCO Transmissions and Total Car Care.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. Clayton, I know you're the head diamond buyer at Underwoods, and you travel to the markets to buy diamonds. Why don't you just look at an emailed list and have them send you the diamond?
Frank, there are a couple of reasons we go straight to the source when we're selecting the diamonds we want to put the Underwood name on. First, as an expert diamond buyer, I have to see a diamond before I can really judge its beauty versus the price it's being offered at. Second, when we're at the source, we have huge selections to choose our diamonds from, so we don't have to compromise the Underwood quality standard. The result is we control what goes into our diamond stock instead of allowing a diamond dealer to send us what he wants us to have. The bottom line is we're able to offer our customers carefully selected, beautiful diamonds that we're proud to have carry the Underwood name.
Underwood, serving excellence since 1928 in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
I've known Glenn Cohen for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
He's not Pistol Pete, he's Pete Prisco.
Been on the wanted list almost 20 years.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins the Frangie Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles. Now, the Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Gator Injury Report.
Florida fans were distraught Saturday evening when quarterback DJ Lagway went down with a hamstring injury and was carted off the field. Head coach Billy Napier originally called the injury significant in the halftime interview, but in yesterday's press conference, came out and said that Lagway's injury is less significant than they originally thought, and we will receive an update with his status and other injured Gators later on this week. I'm Max Fink with your Gator Injury Report presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
What if you could be debt-free by this January? Get rid of all that high-interest debt, pay off all your credit cards, consolidate everything into one lower payment. Hey, it's Prosper here, and if you're ready to stop stressing over bills, you need to call Loan Pronto right now. With rates at their lowest in 2 years, this is the perfect chance to use your home's equity and save big going into the new year. Loan Pronto's got rates with APRs in the low 5s, and they're getting homeowners hundreds of thousands out of their home's equity. Homeowners who do this save on average $850 a month. Loan Pronto offers a ton of options, including total refis, express equity lines of credit. So call now, get a rate quote in just minutes with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like those other guys. Call today. You won't make a house payment till 2025. 904-999-1508. That's loanpronto.com or 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781 on approved credit, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, Get Smart John, driven by Jenkins Hyundai of Jacksonville. Before you buy, give us a try. JenkinsHyundaiofJacksonville.com.
Oh, yeah! Da-da-da-da. You know him, you love him. He's bald, he's beautiful. Smells so doggone good. He loves the Savage. He's Get Smart John, TriviaNation.com's own. No backs, no abs today. Workout again tomorrow. Just stay out of the steam room because Johnny's lurking. Morning, Johnny!
Good morning. What was that? Stay out of the steam room? I'm lurking?
No one knows.
What the hell?
I've had way too many of my boys tell me, I heard this voice in the steam room today when I was after my workout. And
oh, my God.
I said, are you John?
I would think they would have smelled me before the voice.
Well,
you
that's
know?
true. Doesn't all that sweat out, though?
Well, you know, I suppose. So I'm out at, I can say this because so I ran into a 1010XL personality Sunday out at Mr. Chubby's, where you guys were sponsoring. That would be one ET.
Yes.
Nice.
So we're watching several of my brothers and sisters, commanders / Redskins, what have you, and Hunter, who I gave a shout out last week to, was talking. He said, "Do you know E?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "That's him walking in." I said, "There." He goes, "You know E?" And I said, "Yes." I said, "Can you introduce me?" I said, "Absolutely." So, and he said, "Oh, he's really cool."
The champ is here.
Yeah, and of course, ET. You know, he was shaking hands, kissing babies.
That's what he does. He plays the game, man. Yeah.
And also,
Hey,
go ahead.
where do you watch the Washington games with a fan group every week or just sometimes?
Yes.
Where do y'all? I ask because my one day to be daughter-in-law, my son's girlfriend is a big Washington fan from the Washington area, and so they were bouncing around this weekend trying to find, where do y'all watch?
Well, that's what we're trying to do, our designated bar. So Mr. Chubby's has been the...
That's where you go? Which one?
Yeah, we're on a Facebook, Ponte Vedra.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll just let them know that in case.
Yeah, absolutely. And, so good time. And I also had a nice conversation with Justin Moore. We talked about, Dan, you and your boy Blue.
Oh, I love Justin Moore.
Yes.
Dude. Good dude.
Yes. And it's been months, and there was a sighting of one Drew Hicken. I may have gone up and introduced myself. Are you a new member here? At the gym.
Oh, you went in the morning, yeah.
Yes, I saw him yesterday. So I have to give him a hard time,
Stay out of the steam room, Dan told him.
By the way, so after the election now, so there may be an election question or two.
Yeah. Can I go ahead and can I go ahead and give you one of the answers to the trivia question before you ask it?
Oh, that'd be fun.
Oh, this will be fun.
All right, I'll do Karnak. The old days, I'll put it here.
Okay.
One of the trivia answers, Dan, is Grover Cleveland Alexander.
Okay, GCA. Like it.
No. Oh, I know, because he was...
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Non-consecutive
Yeah,
terms.
only
right.
second.
It's actually Grover Cleveland, not Grover Cleveland.
Okay, well, no, I'm thinking about the pitcher. You're right, Grover Cleveland.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, let's get started.
Well, then we're screwed then, Hick. I needed a layup on the president questions because we always miss them.
Yeah, that we had, and just to let you know, it's a bonus question, so it's not going to be something that, and it's pretty tough.
Okay.
Well, I think you guys will get it. Okay. Science. What is the hardest natural substance on Earth?
My head.
No, it is. Is it titanium? Hick? This is like natural substance. We're not talking about. Or it's
natural.
Is it titanium? Is it diamond?
Ooh.
Is it one of those two?
Diamond.
You think?
I like diamond.
Yeah. You like diamond more than titanium? All right. Diamond?
Yes.
Okay.
You better have got that. Actually, was the first question of round one. So
yeah, that's not easy.
That was a social, but yeah.
Oh, good. Good for
them. They were a little tougher. Yes. Sports. How many total players are on the field during a standard professional soccer match?
Got a goalie.
I think
it's 11. I'm pretty sure it's 11 aside.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. I mean, let me think. I played soccer way back when, but yeah, I think you got. Let's see. We had a goal in the last time. That's 2. We had 3 across is 5.
Right. Goalkeeper, defenders. I think it's 11.
It's 11. I think it's 11 too. 22
sticks in my head. 11.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
How many rugby players?
By the
is
way,
that also 11?
Just for you soccer.
Yeah, rugby 11s, right?
Just for you soccer peeps, I was at the office the other day, and I was watching the Fulham
Okay.
team over.
Did you see the one great play the guy made?
There were two.
Yeah.
The kid had two great goals.
Soccer guy now. See what happens?
Wilson.
If you happen to duck in on a game and you see those kind of plays, you'll find yourself now ducking in just ever so slightly.
No, you won't.
Well, I did, so the heck with you.
Yeah, this guy made it was at the I was teasing,
same guy.
I was teasing the dude in the office because Fulham was about to lose.
But then
they were
won.
like in the 90 minutes.
Yeah, it was 1-0. They were down.
And the dude did like the back foot kick and it went in the goal. And then he
that-
did a header in a minute later. It was
Felt that was the one that he backfooted. I felt like it was a par 3 and he shanked it off to the woods and hit a tree and went back in the hole.
But he'll take it.
Whatever.
All right, go ahead.
That's Shad Khan's team, Fulham.
Mm-hmm.
Literature. Who wrote the novel The Grapes of Wrath?
Steinbeck.
Yeah. TV. Axe Capital, that's AXE, is a hedge fund featured in what series that ran from 2016 to 2023?
Yeah, I know this.
Okay, good.
It's the one with the redheaded dude who was also in Homeland. Paul Giamatti. What is the name of that show? Oh goodness, am I right? Isn't that it? In Giamatti in that show or no? Billions.
Billions is the name.
Yes.
Yeah.
I never actually watched it. I heard it was good.
It was very good. It was very good. But you know what I've learned with these series? I don't care how good they are. I don't make it past 2.5 or 3. I just have had enough by then. Almost all of them. So we'll see. I'm on Designated Survivor. We'll see if I follow course.
Okay. Yeah, I watched all of that one.
It's been good so far.
Yeah, Lioness is a good one.
I've heard that. That's
one.
Apple, though. We don't have Apple. I'm the only guy in the world that doesn't have Apple.
It's Paramount Plus, actually.
Yeah, I probably don't have that either.
Okay. But it's pretty good.
I have the Paramount Plus that comes attached to Showtime, but I don't have the Paramount Plus that's standalone. I don't know what I have. Who am I kidding?
Okay.
I have a wife. And she does all the ordering.
Okay. Okay. Candy.
I want candy.
Yeah, we're gold here, boys.
Bounce.
Yes. Which candy bar has the slogan, you're not you when you're hungry?
That's it. Oh, yeah, Snickers.
Yeah,
Snickers, yeah.
Yes. Movie props.
He scoffed at your question.
Oh, he's
Thought he was going to come a little tougher with that one.
Come on,
Get
bro.
out of here.
Crabs, bro.
Movie props.
Yes. What did Alfred Hitchcock use as fake blood when filming the shower scene, in his 1960 film, Psycho?
Ketchup?
Yeah, I just saw this. I think it's... I do think it's ketchup. That's the first thing that came to mind. But
we talked about this
we did?
somewhere recently.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we saw it recently. It was in something. What? Right? Did we see this together? I mean, did we talk about this at one point? There's something else that's just sitting in my back of my brain that's knocking on it, though. Yeah.
I don't know.
I read something about this just recently.
Yeah,
just recently. It was about horror movies and effects and.
If it's not ketchup, what else could
I
it
don't
be?
know. I can't. Not. Let's go ketchup.
All right.
Chocolate syrup.
That's what it was. I knew it was something weird because it's black and whitey.
Yeah.
Right.
So you couldn't tell. Yeah. I knew it. I knew it was wrong. Okay. It was knocking on the back of my brain. It's not ketchup. It's not ketchup.
It's not ketchup.
Darn it.
Oh well.
U.S. history.
6 years after the beginning of the Silver Rush, which state was admitted to the Union on October 31st, 1864?
Nevada.
Nevada? Silver? Okay.
The Silver State, right? Isn't that Nevada?
Okay.
Nevada.
Dan, you actually pronounced it correctly. I can't believe it.
I didn't. Jeff did. Nevada. I was going to go with California.
They were saying Nevada last night on one of the networks. I know. I knew John was just
steaming,
tensing up somewhere.
It's like whatever. Okay. E, if you would please,
yes.
do the honors for the audio clue. Just let it marinate for a moment.
Hold on 1 second.
Beginning.
Mm-hmm. Just 1 second. Let it marinate. Here we go.
Close it out by accident. Give me a second.
No worries. No worries. You can ask. You want to ask another question, Johnny, while he gets it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
TV.
Airing since the 90s, what TV show features a series of annual Halloween-themed anthology episodes known as Treehouse of Horror?
It's The Simpsons, isn't it? Aren't they the big Halloween? What's the question again?
Airing since the 90s, what TV show features...
The Simpsons.
That's
yes, it is.
Airing since the 90s it has to be The Simpsons.
That's actually incorrect. I think it premiered in the late 80s.
Late 89.
It's either The Simpsons or 60 Minutes, and I don't think 60 Minutes does Halloween-themed shows.
No.
No. And 60 Minutes premiered, I think, in 68. It's been around a long time.
All right, I got an audio cue.
Here we go.
Okay.
Audio.
All right. Thank you.
Uh-huh. That's Phil Collins, right?
Yeah. Could be Genesis. One of the two, but it's definitely him.
Good song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very 80s beat.
Yeah, so I need the, who sings the song? That's your question.
Yeah, Phil Collins.
Yep.
What happened
to be more specific.
Genesis.
Yes. Genesis.
I think you're wrong with that phrasing, Johnny. I think if we were more specific, it would be Phil Collins.
No.
You said who sings the song. You didn't say what group does this song.
Well, I did. Oh.
I'm just trying to help you as a host, Johnny. Far be it from me to step into your world, but I think that you phrased that question incorrectly.
Oh, you do? Oh. So are you trying to say that I was misleading? Is that what you're saying?
I think I did. I think I just did.
Okay. So here is this bonus election question.
Okay.
1972.
Yes.
Richard Nixon defeated George McGovern by landslide.
Swept him.
Okay. Yeah, I think
might have got one state.
Yeah.
Mondale got one. Great state of Minnesota.
Fritz got one.
Way to go, Fritz.
Fritz.
Yes. So your question
we don't
is,
have those
and I'll give you a little
elections
hint with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Who was George McGovern's running mate? And a hint, his daughter, you definitely know who his daughter is, and she was married to a celebrity herself.
Okay. George McGovern's running mate. The first thing I thought of was that lady. Remember that lady, Shirley Chisholm? Who was she? She was,
she was a historic, senator, first black senator, maybe? African-American senator.
I know this.
Is it, I'm speaking out of place. Is it Barry Goldwater?
No.
That's a California guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know this because this is in my.
Barry Goldwater's Arizona.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to get it though.
Yeah, I don't know this. This is not my era.
This guy got
step aside.
This
I'm
guy
a 5-year-old. I'm 5. I'm watching football.
This guy had. Okay, now this guy had a dependency issue eventually, I think, or a drug issue or something along.
Okay, that was. You know what? I'm going to because this is not helping you because he did actually have two. No, that was his initial running mate, and he had to pick another one because of what you just said. So that was very good.
Who was the initial one? What was his name?
Hold on, don't tell me. Don't tell me. What's his initials?
The first one?
Yeah.
T.E.
Eagleton.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
So he dumped him and got another guy.
Yes.
Dang it.
Yeah.
That's the guy I was going to get too.
Okay, well, let's just let's use the context. All right, say it one more time.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
and,
running.
Okay, I gave you the hint. Okay, I gave you the hint that his daughter was married to a celebrity.
Right.
Okay, here's a bigger hint. The running mate was also married to a Kennedy.
I have no idea.
Running mate was married to a Kennedy. The one he. Ah, man. What are the initials? I don't know it. I'll take the L. But what are the initials?
S.S.
Shiver? Not Shiver.
Yep.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Sergeant Shriver.
Okay. All right.
Maria Shriver, his daughter, who married
Dang it.
Arnold.
That's a good question. That's hard.
But that was going back a long, that's over 50 years. So I told you, and again, that was a bonus. So you do not, you do not lose any points on that. That's not a miss. Okay.
I saw this.
But you got Eagleton. Look at that.
I saw this skit this weekend, and it was very apropos. Speaking of, the dude walked out. I think it was on SNL, and they were asking this quote woke guy all these questions about the election. He was getting all the answers, and they said, "Okay, this one's for like $1 million." Who was who was Hillary's running mate? And the guy walked out and goes, I was Hillary's running mate. What's my name? He had no
The show is
clue.
actually called What's My Name, isn't it?
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Okay.
they do it too.
It
like
was-
the,
it
like
was
to an
funny.
office party. All right, these are your 4 summer
Yeah.
interns you had left.
Yeah.
What's their name?
But I was like, I don't know. Golly, I can't remember.
Do you know?
Only because I saw it. I didn't know off the rip. Did you know?
Wasn't it Tim Kaine?
Yeah, Tim Kaine.
Yeah. Well, here's one. Who was Mitt Romney's running mate in 2012?
It was.
He was
that
Speaker of the House at one point.
that is a good one.
A young guy. It's not that long ago. That's what I'm saying.
Paul Ryan, wasn't it?
Paul Ryan.
Paul Ryan.
Good
yes.
point. Good
But
point.
people kind of forget,
Oh
right?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. By the way, I'm impressed. You know, the Shriver whole thing, but you get Thomas Eagleton. Look at you.
I was into that stuff when I was like 9 years old. I was digging it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Sports. LeMays. That's L-A-M. Whatever you call that thing above the E. S. Are outerwear laced with copper wires, typically worn in what sport?
What?
Read it again.
LeMays are outerwear laced with copper wires.
It's got to be fencing.
Fencing, right?
Oh, okay.
In what sport?
Oh, yeah.
Fencing.
Fencing is correct. Very good. Okay.
Got time for a couple more. That's it.
Okay. TV links.
TV links.
What actor has had a main role in The Mandalorian, Narcos, and The Last of Us?
Oh, cow. I don't know any of those.
Okay, I've seen a couple of those.
Is a Mandalorian Star Wars?
That's that you and what? No, give it to me again.
What actor has had a main role in The Mandalorian, Narcos, and The Last of Us?
Which is the last? Oh, the last. That's the new one, isn't it? The Last of Us. That's the one that's just out with.
I have no idea.
Blake Lively and.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know any of these.
He was also in.
I don't know that.
I think Equalizer 2.
I don't know that dude's name. He's.
You know the face though, right?
I do. Yeah.
What was he in Equalizer 2?
Or was he the cop in Equalizer?
I don't remember.
He was
I saw
the
it.
agent who ended up being bad.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
The one who Denzel went to his house?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And he gouged his eyeball on top of the thing at the end of the movie?
Yes.
When he killed him?
Man, y'all remember stuff. I've seen that movie. I can watch. It's
I
a
love
glorious place, my headspace. I can go watch Equalizer 2 today. It'll be like I never saw it.
I love Equalizer.
I
do
don't.
too. They're
I'm
great.
not going to get his name though.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you the initials. It may or may not help you.
No.
PP.
What is it?
PP.
TT.
Yeah.
No, P like Paul, P
Yeah.
like Paul. 2 P's.
I don't know.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. I don't know that name. I know exactly the face.
but you
He's in a
recognize that
lot.
guy.
I just saw him in
Yeah.
something the other day. He's in something new right now. He's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Music.
Manilow!
Let There Be Rock, Highway to Hell, and Back in Black are albums by which Australian rock group?
It's AC/DC.
You betcha.
AC/DC.
All right,
One
Johnny.
more? You got one more?
Yeah,
go.
one more.
Go.
Okay, science. The opposite of an insulator, what is a material or object that permits an electric current to flow easily?
A circuit? What is?
I can't hear him.
The
Hang up on
opposite
him.
of an insulator.
Yeah. No, it's
What is a material or object that permits an electric current to flow
Yeah,
easily?
it's right there. I got the wrong word in my head. It's a conductor. Conductor.
Okay, what? Yes,
Yeah.
conductor.
Thank you, Johnny!
Stay strong, boys.
All
We'll
right.
see ya.
Thank you, John.
There he goes.
Appreciate you. All right, that's Get Smart John every Wednesday morning right here on The Drill. It's a Beatrice Plumbing Wednesday, and we'll tackle the headlines. It's the 10-minute drill, and it's next.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hacker here. And guys, the countdown is over. I didn't just hit the 100-pound mark. I blew past it thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss. 107 pounds gone just like that. More weight than a quarter keg of beer. Speaking of beer, here's where it gets fun. We're throwing a big celebration at Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra Beach. Yeah, you heard that right. A weight loss party at Mr. Chubby's. The irony's juicier than their wings, but here's the thing. I can celebrate at Mr. Chubby's and still keep the pounds off. If you didn't know, yes, wings are still on the menu while losing weight with Awaken 180 weight loss. Join me in 1010XL on November 9th for the Florida and Texas game, and you could win a spot at my table. Food is included. There'll be ticket giveaways and more for the celebration. If I can shed a whole Mr. Chubby and still throw a party at one, what's holding you back? Call Awaken 180, 844-346-1800, or hit up awaken180weightloss.com, and let's get it done.
Hey, so happy to be part of the Georgia Moore Chevrolet family. You heard Get Smart John talk about our buddy Justin Moore. He's such a good guy. There's such a great run organization. And when you say family, that's how you'll be treated when you head over to that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard, man. They're there to help you, man. You'll find out. No pressure, just friendly help. I got my boy Blue. I couldn't be any happier. But if you want a car, or SUV, a truck like me, an electric, a pre-owned, Georgia Moore Chevrolet's got them all. If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, don't worry. MooreChevy.com. So easy to navigate as any site you can try. All the vehicles, sales, service, parts. Don't get me started about the service department. It's the best there is. Best one I've ever been to. Make an appointment, go right in, boom. Gabe and the boys take care of us, and out we go. It's great. Never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet, gang, together. Let's drive.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners. Financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Want to be up close and personal with the Jaguars as they take the field? Here's your chance to be in the shadows, outside the Jaguars locker room, now called the Vault. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows. One winner and a guest for every home game at Everbank Stadium. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of 50 United States and D.C. 18 and older. Entry periods for the Shadow Sweepstakes promotion from 8/19/24 to 12/15/24. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsored administrator, Everbank N.A. member FDIC.
Injured in an accident? Have mounting medical bills? Can't work? Don't worry. Zach's got your back. I'm Zach Von Rowan of Von Rowan Law. I will fight for the compensation that you deserve. Set up your free consultation at zachsgotyourback.com.
Florida's weather is unpredictable. Don't let the Epic Chill catch you off guard. For reliable heating services, call Epic Cool Heating and Air. Keep your home cozy all season long. Call 904-859-EPIC, 904-859-3742.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost are the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by November 7th.
What's the weekend in sports look like? I'm Dan Hicken, and I'll give you my take on the Weekend with Dan. Find it on YouTube and Facebook. Weekend with Dan, brought to you by Stone Core. We do outdoors better.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service. Now that's what I call high-quality H2O.
If you want high-quality water in your home at a fair price that won't scare you to death, then talk to someone who knows water and is not a pushy salesman. Contact your local water boy, Keith. I install premium equipment and can repair or even rebuild your existing system. In a business known for aggressive sales tactics, let me show you how my approach is different. If you've got any water problems, contact the water boy at waterboyjack.com.
Joe C. for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. There's nothing like the ambiance of a custom-built fireplace. The team at CSS can design and install the perfect setup, including wood, gas, and electric models, whether you want the elegance of an indoor fireplace or the warmth of an outdoor fire pit. You dream it, they build it. Visit their showroom or online at cssfireplaces.com.
You dream it, we build it. CSS.
Hey
Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Small business, big target. DoubleCheck provides AI-powered cybersecurity solutions to small businesses so you can keep your eye on the ball. Book your free consultation this month for 10% off your first 6 months. Visit doublecheck.com today.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Tony Baselli, Jags' former offensive lineman, feels the team's free agent signings have fallen flat.
We're adding some key free agents, and here we go. And we just haven't seen the impact of free agents that we signed.
As expected, the Jacksonville Jaguars stood pat for Tuesday's NFL trade deadline. The last couple of weeks saw the Jaguars trade Roy Robertson-Harris to the Seattle Seahawks, Cam Robinson to the Minnesota Vikings, and reportedly nearly traded Christian Kirk to the Pittsburgh Steelers. In the midst of a bad season, there may be a silver lining for the Jaguars. After another loss in Week 9, the Jacksonville Jaguars are in contention for the number 1 overall pick in the NFL Draft. The team is tied with 6 other teams for the NFL's worst record. At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. All right. Sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, not the beginning, but the end of the drill, we hand out a prize pack just because we can. And E is the man who's in charge. So you better come kind, you better come courteous, you better come correct. But E, what are you handing out today as your razzle-dazzle?
I'm giving away a pair of tickets to see Daryl Hall live at the St. Augustine Amphitheater. I believe they call it the AMP.
AMP.
That's going down on November 14th. All you got to do is holler at your boy at the end of the 10-minute drill. Come on, somebody.
Poor Oates. Oates right now.
Oates is, well, I mean, you know, that's what happens, man. I saw this.
Oates got a quart bottle right now.
I think this would be a good way for it to end for you and me. I saw these Boston dudes. They were together for 17 years doing sports talk. I guess they had a great show, much like ours.
The Metzger guy?
No, I don't know who they are. I saw this article, but they've turned into like mortal enemies. So the one dude went to the other station, and then at the other station.
Oh, yeah, no, I've read about these two.
He didn't do well, and he's out after 6 months.
Oh, really? That guy's lost his job
And
already?
so the other guy just piled on his butt yesterday, just killed him, man. And it's like, dang, man, you worked together for that long, and go.
I've read those two stories. I can't remember who's who or who's right or wrong. It'd
be a good way for us to go out.
You think so? You want to
why not?
manufacture something like that?
At some point. Not yet, because we still need the dues. So I didn't feel, and I know it's early, and I know you're big on this, but I didn't feel like the outrage as they did the college football poll yesterday.
Well, did you feel any outrage? That's a social media deal. I didn't feel a whole lot.
Because Matt, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah,
I did
good.
not.
Okay, good. Oh, I thought
McElroy was like, I can't believe BYU's 9. And I'm like,
who cares? They're 4.
Yeah,
you could put them 12. They're 4.
Yeah.
They're 4. They're not in.
Yeah.
See, here's the danger again, this is where you get your little feels hurt.
Mm-hmm.
The danger is put them at 5. They could lose and not fall out. That's wrong. BYU is getting screwed, though. They are they're better. They're not just some outlier. They've got good wins, like strength-wise. They probably belong more in the top 5 to 6, but who cares? I said this earlier. Those 12 teams that are there. By the way, there's also 2 ways to look at it. There's the 12. There's the ranking of the 12, but then there's the more applicable what the bracket would look like with those 12. It wouldn't look exactly according to the seeds because you can't have 2 teams from the same conference in the top 4. Ohio State is way overvalued, but I'm not upset enough about it.
It's not that big a deal, though, right?
It's not. They're both getting in.
Yeah.
I mean, unless Ohio State loses another one and then the title game, which they wouldn't go to if they lose again. Indiana's the interesting one. Is Indiana going to win and force do you think 3 should be in from the Big Ten?
Oregon, Ohio State, and Indiana?
Yeah. Okay, well then that.
I think if Indiana goes.
And do you think 4 from the SEC should be in?
You know me, I'm bigger on the 1 loss versus 2 loss.
Let's don't look at records. Think about teams. You've watched a lot of football already. You know who's in what league.
Yeah. Who am I leaving? You got to start giving me who am I leaving out.
Well, the Big 12 has, they were operating there for a while. We're 2 or 3 unbeaten. They don't have that anymore. It's only BYU. So Iowa State's. Let me go down.
Let me ask you a question.
You want me to tell you who 13 through 18 are?
It's not like any of them are like, oh gosh, again,
No. But you got SMU 8-1. They're 13.
Yeah.
Texas A&M, LSU, Ole Miss, 3 SEC teams, 14, 15, 16, all with 2 losses. Any of those 3 wins the rest of their games, they probably get in.
Probably do.
One thing I'll say about these 12 teams that are in this initial debut, between now and the final release, those 12 teams are going to rack up like 18 to 20 losses.
Yeah.
They play each other. We got tough games down the stretch, so there's going to be here's what I want you to do. Do you have the list? How low can you go and sell me, and it can't be like Army. Like, how low can you go and sell me a team still has playoff hopes? Clemson, do they?
They have 2 losses?
Yeah.
That's going to be tough.
If Clemson runs the table, beats Miami, and wins the ACC championship, they're in.
Well, they're in, yeah.
Does Miami still get in?
See, that's your other – there are 2 avenues to getting in. What you do or winning the conference championship. So if you can get into the conference championship and win it, like if I'm Ole Miss, I think they got to get in the conference championship and win it. LSU, I think they got to get in the conference championship.
For sure, because they have 2 already, for sure. That's the only way.
Yeah.
But
SMU.
You don't think, I guess this is the other side of that.
Right.
Are you sure they can't? LSU and Texas A&M still got to play each other, no? Oh, well, in the old days, they played at the end of the year. Maybe they don't. Texas A&M's got to play Texas again.
LSU and Texas A&M just played, didn't they?
Did they? Oh, yeah. When? This past weekend?
No, Texas A&M put the.
Oh yeah.
in.
They got high. They rolled them late.
Yeah.
That was 2 weeks ago. You're right.
Yeah.
Do Texas and Texas A&M, they meet immediately, don't they?
At the end of the year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So one of those guys is going to pick up another loss. I think my question is, what if Ole Miss what if they don't? You say they got to go to the SEC championship and win.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
No.
What if they go 10-2
and don't get
and
in?
are done?
Well, if they
that won't qualify as the top 12.
I think if they go 10-2, they'll get in.
Yeah, but they won't go to the SEC championship game or win it.
No, I think they will. Why wouldn't they?
Ole Miss will not be in the SEC championship game at 10-2.
If they win out, they're not in. Who would be ahead of them?
Well, there's
they beat Georgia, so they knock Georgia out because they have the tiebreak.
Well, okay, now that's fair.
Tennessee and Bama, so Tennessee. If Bama beats Tennessee,
it could be Tennessee, Texas.
Yeah, there's ways. It depends.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I think the only path for Ole Miss to get.
That's fair. I wasn't thinking if they get to 10-2, it will include a win over Georgia, which would put them in that game.
Yes, I'm not.
To your point, they can't go to the SEC championship game, lose it, and have 3 losses and get in.
No, but I'm also not sure that they get in at 10-2.
Well, they will because they beat Georgia. Well, if they beat Georgia, they're immediately going to be like 7.
But then Georgia has 2 losses, so what's the big deal?
The big deal is
at some point it has to stop being a big deal. Like
they're number 3 in the country.
Alabama keeps hanging their hat on.
Well, it'll be a big deal after they lose them.
Alabama keeps hanging their hat on. Well, we beat Georgia, but they have 2 losses. They lost to Vandy, and they lost to Tennessee.
Right.
So at what point do we start to say, well, Alabama ain't all that?
We already have. Well, they're not what they've been.
They're in the top 12, though. They're in.
Yeah, barely.
So they would. There's a lot of football left.
This conversation to really have it, we got to be looking at all these schedules.
Yeah, that too.
And used to be you knew who played late, and I don't know anymore. Yeah. LSU and Bama, they're still a thing, aren't they? They've not played yet, have they?
No, they play this weekend.
LSU Bama.
Yeah.
Okay, well there you go.
It's an elimination game.
Okay, well yeah, there's one right there. So point being, and Bama's in the 12.
Yeah.
So if you're gripping right now, 12 to 18, just let it play out.
Yeah.
And if you're within the 12, it really doesn't matter anymore. I'm not buying any arguments about seeding or anything else. You're going to have to beat good teams to win it all. There are 12 of you. Does it really matter if you play Tennessee or Notre Dame? Really?
Well, I think that
the 5 seed has an advantage. But outside of that, no one does.
Although you got to play an extra game.
The problem with the 5 seeds, the problem is that wasn't thought out well enough. The advantage for the 5 seed is way bigger than I think any of us imagine and maybe that'll just be this year. But I think it's going to be most years that 4 seed who's getting automatic. There might be a year where the 4 seed has 3 losses, Dan.
Ooh, yeah.
So if you're the 5, you're almost better being that than the 3 and having to play a 6. If you're a 5, what's the list right now?
The top
so
12?
Ohio State as a 5 would play at BYU,
Boise.
the 4.
Boise.
Or Boise, I'm sorry. BYU. They would. Well, after they beat them. I'm saying if they win. It's a 5 seed.
They got to play an extra game.
Yeah, it's a home game against Boise, which is a win. I mean, you certainly give yourself a chance to lose, but of course, if that's the case, you were never going to win it anyway.
I like Boise.
Yeah, they're not beating a good team, I don't think. They did beat Washington State.
They lost to Oregon by 3
I know.
points.
Yeah, I know. That's fair. It's just so hard for me when you only have to do that once or twice a year. I mean, the rest of their schedule is so bad. It's not even average. It's terrible.
What's the difference between them and Indiana when they have 1 loss then?
Well, first of all, they don't have 1 loss, so there's a big difference. Who's Indiana played?
Oh, nobody. They got to play Ohio State.
Well, that'll be the difference. Their loss would be, but theirs is to Oregon. That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just asking.
Yeah,
I like Indiana. I think Indiana should be in it.
I've watched. Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, we're always going to disagree, and I'm going to think of it as factual, and you're going to think of it as opinionated. That Boise State does not have the horses to play and beat these good teams. They'll never win a championship.
Beat Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl.
That counts. That didn't win the title. That's not going through a 12-team playoff.
That would have been a part of the 12-team
They will
playoff.
never go through a 12-team playoff and win it all. Ever, 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 ever.
They deserve to be in.
Who said they didn't?
You got to give them a chance.
Yeah. They can have a chance, and they'll take that 12 seed on the road to the 5 seed.
Indiana has Michigan, Ohio State, and Purdue left.
Yeah.
They're going to go 10-1.
Does that get them
1? They're 9-0.
And so then we're going to have Oregon. It'll be an Oregon-Ohio State rematch. That's Indiana's in. I mean, they're going to lose 1 game. They're going to avoid having to pick up another loss in the championship game, and that'll be enough. They're going to go 11-1 and be the 10 seed or whatever.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You see them losing to Purdue?
No.
I guess Michigan. Be careful.
Yeah, but
there's some pride there at least.
Yeah.
Where is that game?
Indiana.
Yeah. Man, what a coach, dude.
Yeah.
How does this stuff happen? They just had a coach who had a high, who
Wilson.
Yeah, that did well.
Yeah. He got Penix.
Yeah.
So that helped him. But yeah.
Trade deadline, anything really jump out at you? Most of the big moves were the receivers, and they came the week or so leading up to.
The only thing that jumped out at me is I don't get value. Like we've talked about this before, but Cowboys gave up a 4th-round pick for the Wingo ate my baby. Didn't the Bills give up like a 5th-round pick for Amari Cooper? It makes no sense.
Well,
now Wingo has a more manageable, but
I don't understand.
It's weird.
I don't know.
You guys are weird.
You can't. Although maybe it's the old Carolina didn't know what the heck they're doing deal. These players are leaving Carolina. DJ Moore leaves. He's a really good player. The guys leave Carolina and they're good. What you snickering at? It just giggles.
I'm sorry.
Shiny object. It just. It's hot in here.
This dude, this little tiny snake is cruising along, and he rolls up into this tent, this little like makeshift tent, and the tent just starts. The guy in the tent.
Trying to get out from this little tiny. Now, is that a setup? Like, how do you happen to be rolling on that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he saw the snake and he kind of ushered it forward. Oh no, it's a fake snake. He's got the.
I'll give you a good one. Have you seen this one that
on the golf course?
Yeah, where they tie it to a fishing line.
Please don't do that to me.
Do you know what I'm talking about? You seen that one? And then the guys lose their mind everywhere they run. The snake is attached to them.
Please don't. I can't handle that right now.
God, that would be funny. No way. I couldn't. That would be. You know what? That would be such a good prank gone wrong because when you rip it again and oh my gosh.
Oh, right. I couldn't handle that because I see that all the time.
Lord knows the station couldn't handle it. You'd be gone till next March.
Gone till November. Oh, no, I couldn't handle that.
No, but that would be funny, though. I mean, it would be so funny, but then I could see you go down in a crumple.
I can't do it.
And I'd be like, oh, my God, what have we done? We just tore his ACL or his Achilles again. Oh, but it would be funny. All right, we got a break. 641-1010. Tell them what they're going to win.
I got a pair of tickets to see Daryl Hall live at the St. Augustine Amphitheater on November 14th. Call me right now, 904-641-1010.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. He's our pathfinder through the weeds of quarterback chaos.
I'm Denny Thompson, and they call me the quarterback whisperer.
He shares his insights Friday mornings on The Drill. Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security and George Moore Chevrolet on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
And make a crucial catch against colon cancer. Hicken here for the Borland Groover Foundation. Gang, listen up if you're 45 or older, man or lady. Ball's in the red zone. You got to get screened. It's real easy. The key to surviving colon cancer is early detection and prevention. 45 is the new 50. Get screened for colon cancer and get screened now. The Borland Groover Foundation is a nonprofit organization. They're devoted to building a healthy and equitable community that is free from colon cancer. Visit BorlandGrooverFoundation.com for all your information.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hacker here. By now, you've probably heard I dropped over 100 pounds with Awaken 180. And now we want you to come celebrate with me at Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra for a Florida-Texas watch party. Saturday the 9th. Yep, we'll celebrate my weight loss with great food at a Gator watch party. And for a chance for you and a guest to win a free tab at my table, text the word Chubby to the 1010XL text line at 641-1010. Plus, I'll have ticket giveaways and more fun at Mr. Chubby's in Ponte Vedra.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist congratulating this week's high school scholar athlete, Leighton Yates, senior diver and track and field athlete at Stanton Prep. Leighton is a member of the National Spanish and Psychology Honor Societies. Congratulations, Leighton.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Navy Mutual was created by service members for service members, so we know what it means to serve. Our policies have no active duty service restrictions, so you can rest assured that you're covered no matter your duty station, home or abroad. To go even further, we promise that premiums will not be higher for those who serve in dangerous environments, including aviation, diving, or on deployments. Let us help you protect those you love the most. Learn more at NavyMutual.org.
Get off the ladder and put on the helmet with Gutter Helmet of North Florida. We are family owned and manufactured locally. Cleaning your gutters is a dangerous and dirty job. That's why with Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. Water goes in your gutters while trash and debris go on the ground. It won't collect like filters do. Gutter Helmet protects. Call now for 10% off and a free gutter cleaning and tune-up with your purchase of Gutter Helmet. Call 904-762-7779.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Now the performance painting high performance play of the game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
The Teal and Black were looking to grab the momentum right out of the city of brotherly love on Sunday, and it would be the defense that would take the Hearts right out of the stadium. Trayvon Walker would recover a fumble and take it 35 yards to the house for a touchdown, making the score 22-16 with 5:12 left in the third. The Trayvon Walker scoop and score is your Performance Painting play of the game.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
This is David with Royal Pest Services. Join us Friday, November 15th from 12 to 2 with Helmets and Heels at Tony D's for our customer appreciation.
And there'll be free slices for you guys.
Tony, you've been down here long enough. It's y'all.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by First Coast Honda Dealers. 13.com is reporting Florida Gator sophomore wide receiver Eugene Wilson III will miss the rest of the 2024 season after undergoing hip surgery. First rankings were released for the new 12-team college playoff system. There wasn't much surprise. Oregon was ranked number 1. Georgia checked in ranked 3rd, followed by the 4th-ranked Miami Hurricanes. In the Gator opening win over USF, head coach Todd Golden credited the leadership of Will Richard.
I thought his leadership was fantastic tonight through the ups and the downs. Same with Walt and Elijah. I thought both those guys, did a good job keeping us organized.
The injuries on the Florida Gator team continue to mount. Sophomore running back Trayon Webb will reportedly undergo surgery next week to repair a fractured tibia. So far, he has not been ruled out for the season just yet. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 8:10, it's 77 degrees. Your time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back to the show. A bunch of questions. I got to start, though. I got a culture question.
Holla at your boy.
When I need culture questions, I turn to my man E in an effort to
Hold on.
unify.
That guitar about to hit. Hold on. As we go on to talk about culture, we listen to that Leonard. I love that guitar, boy.
Let's sink in.
All right, hit me.
There was a couple of the fellas last night were going back and forth. It was a rough night for one Kodak Black.
Oh, man, on the stream?
On the stream. He was with, now, what's this other cat's name? Kai
Sinat.
Who is he?
He's a streamer. That's what he does. The kids love him.
They love him. He shows up everywhere.
Yeah, because all he does is, he streams everything he does, and the kids just watch him.
Who's bigger, Kai Sinat or Speed?
I would have thought Kai. I actually asked my nephews this, and Speed is international.
Okay.
Yeah, Speed is a big deal, apparently.
Speed is a big deal. So Kai was with Kodak. Now, again, I've told you that I eavesdropped on a conversation once between Kadarius Toney and Kodak Black after a Florida-Georgia game.
What'd they say?
I really don't know.
He's been hooked ever since.
Yeah, for real.
And
changed his life.
If you wonder what I was talking about, if you go look and listen to Kodak talking with Kai,
it went like that?
It went like that. He got his feelings hurt a little bit, I guess.
Yak did?
Yeah. But what was that all about?
I'm not sure why his feelings was hurt, but
they said this is because they on the stream line they were starting to rip him. Kodak.
Well, because he was
singing some weird song.
But that's Kodak. But they said Kodak was under the influence. So
is that what it was?
Oh, absolutely. The young man he needs a little more guidance, a little help.
Okay. He's got tats on the face. You know what that means?
That's not necessarily true.
It's 100% true. As you know, except for one, Posty. Posty's the savior.
Not true.
Posty never been behind bars?
Never.
Good for him.
Shout out to Posty.
Isn't Posty taking his face tats off?
Is he? I
feel like he looks a little less inked than the last time.
Last time I saw him, he was inked.
Well, even if he starts the process of getting fewer, it'll take a century.
Right.
I mean, these guys ink up and they don't stop, do
Right. Yeah.
So what happens? So Kai just so he just goes online.
I don't know who
everybody,
either one of these guys are. What you're talking about, what the beef is, what there's even about.
There's no beef. There's no beef.
So
He
Kai-
had him on as sort of a guest. if
Kai
you
is
will.
just a streamer, and I believe he streams on Stitcher, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically streams everything that he does, and the kids just sit there and watches him. And he'll have celebrities come and join him. Like right now, he's having a marathon stream, so it's a 24-hour thing.
That's what we're doing.
Right, it's a 24-hour thing, and a lot of the proceeds he's donating to, I forget what cause, but it's going towards a good cause. And the kid's a big deal, man. Okay. Good for him. He's capitalizing on that.
All right. Just asking, just learning. I got these numbers on the Jags pass defense on 3rd and 10.
Okay.
Or 3rd and 10 plus. So it's 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 14. This is what the quarterbacks have done against the Jags. They're 18 of 25 for 235 yards with 4 touchdowns, 140 rating. Now 3rd and 10 plus is a passing down. We gotta do better than that, don't we? Conversely, since week 15 of 2023 in 12 games, Trayvon Walker is 3rd in the NFL in sacks. Trey Hendrickson has 15. Aiden Hutchinson still leading with 12.5 despite missing all these games. And Walker and Watt both tied with 11.5. Trayvon Walker is, dare I say, becoming an elite pass rusher. At least it seems like he's headed that way.
Unfortunately, when you lose football games, guys probably don't get the due we'd be giving them as the impact player they were in a win. I thought Trayvon Walker the other day, I don't think he even had a sack, but he was all over the field, man, including the touchdown.
It was interesting because I heard logs.
The awareness, because he had like 6 solo tackles.
Yeah.
Not easy to get 6 solo tackles from the DN spot.
I heard logs on with the boys, and he had a good point. And he said he was great against the run, but he's going up against Lane Johnson, and Lane Johnson is a great pass protection tackle.
Okay,
and so he did well with that part of it,
and that
but
happens.
Trayvon Walker played a very good game. Otherwise,
you can't be anything but ecstatic with Trayvon Walker's development,
right?
And you hate to say, you hate to put any credit on it, but it at least becomes more sensible from what Balky was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. It's fair to say that he's not Hutchinson, so that's the hard part. I mean, that's the reality at the end. No matter how good so-and-so is, he ain't Mahomes.
Right. I saw this, and again, I'm hesitant to say it, but I'll say it anyway because people get always, Trevor. You hate Trevor. I don't hate Trevor.
Oh, you definitely hate him.
Right. But I noticed this.
You wrote him a letter. Dear Trevor, I hate you.
Oh,
Signed
wow.
Dan.
Yeah.
Sports hate. It's different, but nonetheless.
Not sports hate. But I saw this.
Okay.
Ravens Lamar Jackson to play Thursday despite missing practice.
Right. Shocker.
Okay.
Who do they play? They got the Bengals?
Bengals. Good game. Big game for the Bengals. But he's been missing practices the last couple of weeks because
and he
hurt.
should. Yeah.
But he's playing great.
Yeah, it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, I think back to last year, and that was part of the excuse that we got. Trevor can't practice, so he can't play as well, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay.
I don't remember him not practicing being part of the
100%.
problem.
100%.
What are you talking about?
No, I don't remember that either.
Like, as to
when
the
he got
criticism
nicked up
of him?
last year,
Yeah.
he didn't practice.
Okay.
And then he didn't
we
play
were mad
well.
that he wasn't practicing?
No.
Oh.
They use that as an excuse.
Okay.
Oh, I don't really.
Nobody uses it as
I
an
remember the
excuse.
injuries overall. He's just banged up and hobbled. I don't remember it being like
There
a
were weeks
lack
he
of
couldn't
preparation time.
practice.
Yeah, for sure. I admit, but to me, that was just the injury itself was the big story, not the practice time. The Ravens are going all in, right? They traded for a corner yesterday. Their defense has not been good. It's an irony of suddenly are an offensive juggernaut, the Ravens, and defense has been kind of sketch. So they went and got Tre'Davious White at corner to help lock that down. They added Deontay Johnson during the week. Just another receiver. The receiver's been pretty good. Bateman's been okay. Flowers has been great.
The NFL has become.
They got 2 tight ends.
The NFL has become a lot like the MLB.
Yeah, make a deadline. Go for it.
This was one of the first times, though, in the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years, I don't know the exact number, where a first-round pick was not traded for someone.
A future first?
Yeah, usually they'll trade a first-round pick for a big name at the deadline. So that's what's happened. So you have your team, and then you see where you are, and then you got basically it's the haves and the have-nots, right?
Yeah.
And
this year?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what it's become a little bit.
Yeah.
So if you're like the Buffalo Bills, you got Amari Cooper, right?
Yeah.
You're the Pittsburgh Steelers. You got Mike Williams. You're the Baltimore Ravens. You just mentioned who
Kansas
they
City,
traded for.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, Kansas City, they shored up. Right?
Even Khalil Herbert helps the Bengals. It helps Joe
Washington
Burrow.
Commandos went and got Lattimore.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. But
Detroit Lions went
just
and got...
1 year ago, Washington was just exporting anything they could.
Detroit Lions went and got...
Zadarius Smith.
The edge rusher.
Yeah.
So, here we go. Here we go.
And this year, it was more pronounced than ever. Like, last year's kind of weird. The Bears stink, yet they made one of the deadline moves. Like, last year, a couple of the bad teams made moves.
A year ago, Washington traded guys.
But I know that. But my point is, this year, no one was traded to an insignificant team. Every one of the guys
Jags
you
last
mentioned.
year traded for Ezra Cleveland.
That's right. They thought they were still in it.
Yeah.
And then, they were in it. They were they didn't think they were in it. They were in great shape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just, but to your point, it has become a marker of the haves and have-nots. Very rare that a team out of it makes one of the deals. Last year, the Bears did. They went and got, was it Sweat, the one they got? The Chase Young went to the Niners. They're a contention. Most of the time, you go to a contending team.
Will one of these teams in the AFC be a wild card team? Yes or no to both of you? The Jets, the Dolphins.
This year?
Yes. The Jets, the Dolphins, the Bengals, the Colts. Those are your
none of them. Nope.
Any one of those teams
Bengals.
be a wild card team?
The Bengals.
I think they have the talent.
You
but
said could be, right? I'm not predicting
Will
them to
any
be.
of these teams be a
don't think
AFC
so.
wild card team? The Jets, the Dolphins, the teams with losing records.
Hold on.
The Bengals or the Colts. Understand that the Chargers are 5-3, the Broncos are 5-4, the Ravens are 6-3, half game behind.
4-5 is a game behind the Broncos. So yeah, I'll say they do.
Okay.
The Bengals are so much better than Denver. I have to trust over 16. That shows.
Mm-hmm.
Bengals Ravens tomorrow.
That's big.
I'm going to go back on this by Friday morning if Cincinnati loses that one. The Bengals' problem is they've dropped games they shouldn't lose. That always makes you wary.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bengals' strength of victory, whatever that analytic is like the worst. It's the same as the Dolphins. And we know who their win came against.
In case you're wondering, the Jaguars do win the tiebreak over Vegas and New England based on best win percentage in conference games.
So that would be, actually, that's a loss because you fall further. Is there anybody yet identified, draft talk, that you would want them to lose a game at the end to get to the 2 or 3 spots it would be to take them?
Not yet.
Yeah, me either.
It's hard. I mean,
Let's take a quick break here. We are blowing up the broadcast clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It wasn't you, friend. It's a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. Like Family Beach Roast is there, whether it's a plumbing emergency or a scheduled project. It goes hand in hand with my friends at Beach Roast Plumbing. Find out more at beachroastplumbing.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Get the coach's perspective.
Constant improvement, every day, every week.
Doug Peterson joins the Frangie Show Fridays at 4:05.
This group is eager to win.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, Custom Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Looking for a new vehicle? Take a look at Jenkins Hyundai of Jacksonville. Now's the time to save big. Choose from more than 250 new and over 1,000 used and certified pre-owned vehicles on the lot, or shop anytime at JenkinsHyundaiofJacksonville.com. Hyundai has one of the top warranties in the business. Lifetime, powertrain, and 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty, plus 3 years free maintenance on a new vehicle. Give them the chance to earn your business today on Atlantic Boulevard or at JenkinsHyundaiofJacksonville.com.
Hey, Hicken here for Lockhart Construction. That's a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane's dad started the company way back when. His dad, Shane, his guys all from here, taking care of people who live here. My friends, my family, they did the siding on Drew's house, did an unbelievable job. They were out there on a Saturday morning finishing it up. That's how good and diligent they are. They're fast, they're friendly, they're affordable, and they're clean. They come in your house, they do a project, they're great. Their family gives your family a better living experience. That's what I say. We've used them numerous times, and we're going to use them again. If you have a construction need or remodel idea, all you got to do is give Shane a call. He'll call you back. That's how he rolls. Shane Lockhart and Lockhart Construction, 994-3865, 994-3865. Lockhart Construction.
Hacker here, and let me tell you, this is the stuff I never thought I'd say. I now weigh 209 pounds thanks to Awaken 180. To put that in perspective, I'm down from a triple XL to a large. My waist has dropped 10 inches from a 48 to a 38. I honestly never thought I'd get to this point. And one of the best parts now is that I get to be so active and play every afternoon with my 5-year-old little Hack. Now, none of this would have been possible without Awaken 180 weight loss. They don't just help you lose weight, they make the impossible possible. We're celebrating this Saturday at Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra Beach for a Florida-Texas watch party. Yes, I will be eating, and yes, I'll be drinking. Both are approved while losing weight with Awaken 180. Now, if you're ready for your own transformation, making the impossible possible, do what we all did and choose the solution for weight loss at awaken180weightloss.com. If they did this for me, they can do it for you too.
Ready to sharpen your aim or find the perfect firearm? Come to St. Nicholas Guns and Range for our White Tag sales event. Up to 20% off all White Tag firearms all October. With a huge selection of guns, ammo, and gear, plus Jacksonville's best indoor range for every skill level, they've got what you need to hit your target. If you're a pro or just starting, their friendly experts will guide you at 4630 Planning Boulevard or online at stnickguns.com. St. Nicholas Guns and Range, gear up, shoot a lot, shoot better.
Okay, listen up, team. They're out to test our reputation as the best plumber in Jacks, so we gotta play like the experts we are. When customers call with leaky faucets, broken water heaters, toilet repairs, broken pipes, or any other challenge, we'll give them the solution fast. Now, who are we?
Roland Reese Plumbing!
I can't hear you.
Roland Reese Plumbing!
Now that's what a winner sounds like. Customers always win with Roland Reese Plumbing at plumberinjacks.com.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
You've heard fish stories.
Yeah.
And Captain Kevin has a million of them.
We love to tell stories, hear your stories.
On the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show.
Big fish.
Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6.
On 1010XL AM.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
In its final year, we encourage you to help create great futures for young people when you run or walk at Mackenzie's Run, Saturday, November 23rd. Join Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Florida for a 5K and 1-mile fun run through the beautiful stadium course at TPC Sawgrass. Enjoy food, live music, face painting, family fun, and more at our Runners Village. Register at mackenziesrun.org. Mackenzie's 5K and Fun Run, November 23rd. mackenziesrun.org.
Once in a lifetime savings.
No corporate jeweler does that.
Beard's Diamonds does. It's their incredible 44th anniversary sale.
Everything store-wide is on sale, up to an unbelievable 44% off at the St. John's Town Center or beardsdiamonds.com.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS, right here in Jacksonville, is the only hair transplant clinic in the country that offers multi-unit hair grafting, FUE neograft hair transplants, and the 45-minute effective PRP treatments.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
Thank you, IHRS.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Schedule a free evaluation and find out how to grow your hair back and keep the hair you have. Call 904-777-IHRS. Take the first step to restoring your hair today. Visit hairforme.com.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS has been restoring hair for men and women for over 30 years.
Call now for a free in-person or virtual evaluation. 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or visit hair4me.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
know what would be good for the college football chaos potential? That would be really, really good. You know what we need right out of the gates? And this could be a year for it to happen. Fucking Cole Medina, all right.
Okay.
OMW. I like the face, man. It's kind of like the angry face that
It's the
basketball
passion,
players get.
right.
Look at that intensity.
He locked in.
Look at that.
Oh.
He's like, it's a forehand. He's got a forehand winner working there. The forehand. No, I think that this could be the year that directly feeds into the kind of chaos that will maybe lead to a 16-teamer real quick.
Oh, jeez.
Here's why, Dan. If there's ever a year it could happen, it's this: there is no big bad wolf waiting.
Mm-hmm.
None of those guys, to your point, the quote-unquote 12 seed lost to the 1 seed in their place by 3 points earlier this year. If there's going to be a year where a 10 seed can win, it'd be this year. Give me a 2-loss 11 seed winning it all. Because you know what? When you do that, you bring 13 to 18 back into the conversation.
Right.
Like 13 to 18 will be forgotten when 1 versus 4 and 2 versus 5 are in the Final Four. They'll be forgotten. But don't let a 2-loss, if there is such a thing left. Maybe it's only a 1-loss at that point. But don't let it be. And the best team to do it, the best argument would be a 2-loss big conference team, quite frankly. That's the one it'll immediately bring in all those SEC and Big Ten 2-loss teams next year and the year after. See? It did matter who the losses came to. It did matter who we played all year. Isn't there going to be there's going to be a 2-loss SEC team in there. Because that's all that's left.
Yeah, I think so.
Right? There's going to be at least 3 from the league, and there's only 2 1-losses left.
Right.
Well, Missouri, but they don't count. Actually, they have 2 now, too, right? Because they lost. Yeah. All right. We have threatened to unleash this information on you.
Oh, yeah.
And I know we're in the middle of football season. College football intensity and interest just picks up more and more with these matchups. We'll come down the home stretch. But if there is a forgotten must-see event in sports, it's kind of become the early season college basketball schedule, right? What we talked about, there are these matchups that you won't even know they're there if you don't look for them. So I looked for them as a public service announcement to the hoop fans out there.
That's nice of you.
Right. But for instance, this Friday, Dan, this is kind of a Dailies Double Take brought to you by The Dash. By the way, I'm bringing you in the Holiday Feast sandwich. That's what they're featuring this
Holiday
month.
Feast.
Oh, it's absolutely delicious. You get some turkey, some stuffing, some gravy, and some cranberry sauce all on a just nice big, sub roll there. Oh my gosh, it's delicious. We'll be having those next week. You're welcome. So, a Dailies Double Take here at these level of basketball games. All right, this Friday night, 7:00, not doing anything. How's North Carolina, Kansas grab you?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's number 9 at number 1. This Saturday, you want to go a little interconference? You want to get your first taste of what the SEC is going to look like? A big SEC Big 12 matchup? Auburn at Houston. That's 11 at 4.
Okay.
Next Tuesday, Duke and Kentucky are going to play. That always gets you going.
Oh, yeah.
Duke, Kentucky, Tuesday night, Champions Classic. Next Friday, I mean, this doesn't scream the basketball blue blood tradition of, say, an Indiana-UCLA matchup, but Alabama-Purdue, 2 top 10 teams. There are more Duke. We got Duke, Kansas coming up on Tuesday, November 26th. Houston, Alabama are going to play. UConn, Texas, the 2-time defending champs, they play Sunday, December 8th.
Got some good ones.
Gonzaga and UConn. I told you, Gonzaga, look out for the Zags. Here's a good one. Saturday, December 14th, Gonzaga, UConn. Odds are you'll be watching the playoffs, just saying.
You know who had a bad day yesterday?
Yeah. I do, actually, but go ahead.
Who?
Well, a bunch of people, anyway.
Oh.
What time does The View come on, E? Do you know what time The View's on? I want to watch those old cackling ladies just absolutely lose their minds.
I never watched it.
Yeah, I haven't either. It'll be a good. I've only seen the clips and the histrionics. I think I want to watch those old birds just lose their mind today. That'd be fun watch.
That would be a good watch.
What time is that on? I don't watch that show. Hick, you got a start time for me on that one?
E, do you know who got
the heads may blow off the shoulder pads in that one on today?
Oof. Do you know who got hacked yesterday?
Nah.
Skip.
Oh, Skip Bayless?
Yeah.
What'd they find?
Somebody.
Oh, they posted on his behalf?
Something?
Oh, man. It was funny. It kept popping up on my timeline.
How long did people think it was real?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, really, from the first tweet on, you could tell it wasn't real. It was like, he wouldn't say
Do people just, guess the password? Is that how it happens?
I don't know.
They'll hack it. I don't know how they do it.
I don't want to challenge it.
You don't want to get big enough to get hacked.
No, I don't want to get hacked. He definitely didn't do it himself, though. He wouldn't have said the things he was.
I got you.
He was gonna say. So it was good. I'm keeping receipts on one group of fan that I dealt with throughout this year. And I don't know if this is going to happen, but I'm just kind of watching from the back, kind of a little bit hopeful.
Okay.
That the New York Metropolitans are able to procure Juan Soto.
I saw them predicted to get him. One of the, you look at these predictions.
Well, all year I kept saying I think the Mets are going to get Juan Soto, and all those Yankee fans looked at me like I had a turd hanging from my mouth.
Well, I'm very happy to say that I didn't buy it. I didn't have an opinion one way or the other. You might very well get him.
I don't know that we will.
Like you would have tried to killjoy me the whole time, but I don't know. Maybe you will. It won't be enough.
I don't know that we will.
See what I did there?
Yeah, you'll see. I don't know that I will, but they will. But if they do, I'm gonna come hard after them because this one they acted like
Okay.
how dare I?
How
dare I?
I'll rubberneck.
Yeah,
maybe you and Dempsey can wrestle.
Maybe
crosstalk one day. Just let him have it a little bit.
I don't feel like he was one of them, but
okay.
Most Yankee fans, it
didn't. Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you?
Well,
it's all about money, brah. Okay. We got the money. You don't.
All right.
So,
big bad wolf them then. Go.
Yeah, we might. We'll see.
I was disappointed.
The reports are that they were the first to contact.
Well, Soto said, "Mo money, Mo Soto."
Yeah.
Give me the money. I'm coming.
Yeah.
I think the dude go to the to the Marlins if they paid him.
Yeah.
I really do. And
pull up.
Yeah.
Huh?
Pull up.
Pull up.
Yeah, Marlins don't pay anybody. That's like 8 years of payroll 1 year for that guy for the Marlins. That's a whole team. I'm a little disappointed, speaking of the crystal ball free agent look.
Okay.
Because there's the rumors, the hope among Braves fan. Mm-hmm. By the way, not the best of news. The Braves fan may have some fantasy of Spencer Strider and Ronald Acuna Jr. being ready when the season starts, but Anthopoulos put a quick cold water on that. What, y'all crazy?
They're not going to be ready?
Not opening day. We're going to have the advantage next year of that being the trade deadline. You know what I mean? Getting your own guys back.
Oh, yeah.
Take your time, see where you are, see if you're a good team, and then about, July, let's get these guys back fully go, right? But they've been clearing the rumors are with what Atlanta's done, it's mostly been retaining their own or trading guys out, is that they're opening up a salary pocket for a 2025 edition that they have in mind. I didn't like the speculation of who that would fill that role.
Ed?
It was Shane Bieber. Who's terrific if he's healthy, but man, we're already riding one of those horses.
Yeah.
I mean, in 2020 when Bieber won the Cy, that's a little bit ago and a Tommy John away.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's what we've been positioning to do, that'll be a little disappointing. But I will say this.
Yes, sir.
I was not, over the moon about the Sale signing. I was very dubious, very cynical, very, very, skeptical about what the Sale edition would mean, and all he did was win the Cy Young. So if Bieber's the guy, I'm going to trust that they were ready.
Yeah, you got to see you got to add people. I mean, you're always trying to get better, and the Dodgers are. I guess Shohei had labrum surgery. That's what I'm reading. So I guess he did kind of hurt that labrum when he slid into second base. So he'll be on the shelf here for a few months. Not that it matters. He's already won a world championship with the Dodgers, so probably made him outperformed his contract. Quite frankly, if you and next year he'll pitch. And the word about the Dodgers is.
Should Major League Baseball allow these teams to defer all that salary?
The young kid from Japan. There's another one.
Well, they're going to get him. They say.
Yeah. So you're going to have Ohtani, Yamamoto, and Sasaki all pitching for him next year on top of Glasnow and all these other arms that they're getting. Oh boy.
Well, it's just, again,
I think that
I think
we're all gonna have to build to topple those guys.
Yeah, but look, it's okay when they're not winning.
Yeah.
Right? You take joy in it.
Sure.
But for the good of your game, at some point, something might need to be done.
Huh?
I mean, I've got a team that can put a good enough team together. It doesn't bother me as much. But there are a lot of teams out there that can't. It's not fair. Well, you can beat them. Yeah, it's not fair for one organization. Every magical thing in the world have to come to place while the other can sleepwalk through and still win a title.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed. Again, great, you won. That's great. I'm not impressed with the Dodgers. Y'all should win. You're full of stars. I mean, you've got a GDP bigger than 90% of the countries in the world. So, yeah, have your little parades and do your little dances at second base after your double. Big deal. You got 3 MVPs going back to back to back. You should win.
Yeah.
There aren't many times in sports where you can definitively say you should win or you're a massive fail. And this year's Dodgers team is one of those.
Fair enough.
I saw you get Flaherty, by the way. Go ahead and bring him in. That list that I was looking at.
Oh, that's fine.
You were active.
Oh, we're very active.
Would you rather have Manaea or Flaherty? I never understand why teams let a guy go who's been good to go get the same guy from another team. In other words, why would you take Flaherty over Manaea if that's what they were doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Would you?
I'd rather have Manaea.
Yeah.
I like Manaea. He's a Met.
Oh, and it was very good down the stretch.
Plus, he's friends with Francisco. Francisco's daughter is going to be his flower girl at his wedding.
Nice.
I like the family. Keep the family together. All right, we're rocking and rolling here. It's 8:38. Good morning, Jacksonville. This is The Drill. We're on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think kind of the same way, right? We sometimes sit there and add up those monthly premiums, which is fine. That's what we pay for insurance. But if something happens, we need you. We need you to be there. And that's what the Kaproskis do, man. Craig and Chris Kaprosky are always there for us if something happens. And I say this from personal experience, man. Something happens to you, call the Kaproskis. They get on the case right away. And if they don't, they call you right back. It's called customer service. They don't take it lightly. If it's homeowners, auto, flood, small business, boat insurance, the Kaproskis are there for you at your time of need. Get an insurance checkup today. They're easy to get a hold of. Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprosky, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at goosehead.com or call 478-8422. That's 478-8422. Craig and Chris Kaprosky are part of the Goosehead Insurance family and part of our family as well.
Are you an experienced plumber or welder with MedGas certification and you're tired of being undervalued? It's time to make the move to Local 234 plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. With the best pay in the business, you'll earn $36.50 an hour with benefits that's almost $50. It's not just a job, it's a career that values you. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
When they were little, the other girls played with dolls.
Aww.
They played with footballs.
Who's them?
Yes, it's us.
Helmets and heels.
From the First Coast Lighting Studios at 1010XL.
Weekdays noon to 2.
Some girls have all the fun.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Big Chief Tire offers affordable quality tires for every type of vehicle. Frank Frangie here. Whether you're looking for all-season tires, high-performance options, or something more budget-friendly, Big Chief has the perfect set to keep you rolling. Their expert technicians ensure your tires are installed quickly and safely so you can drive with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRolling.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your appointment and check out their unbeatable tire deals today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Yo, what's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E to the T, and our listeners have been killing it in a year full of surprises. My bookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guessing, just straight up action. Does other sports books pay out when you push on a bet? My bookie pays you back. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Start up using promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 100% deposit bonus right from jump. Here's a pro tip to get you rolling. The NFL teams with powerhouse offensive lines are dominating the run game this year, and betting game total unders has been printing money. So stack that on My Bookie Risk-Free Thursdays. That's right, there's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, MyBookie refunds you your money. Sign up and get that double deposit bonus with MyBookie. That's the best sign-up bonus in Florida for Florida bettors. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
Make a crucial catch against colon cancer. Hicken here for the Borland Groover Foundation. If you're 45 or older, the ball is in the red zone to get screened. The key to surviving colon cancer, early detection and prevention. 45 is the new 50. Get screened for colon cancer now. The Borland Groover Foundation is a nonprofit organization devoted to building a healthy and equitable community that is free from colon cancer. Visit BorlandGrooverFoundation.com for more.
Universal Roof and Contracting presents the Offensive Player of the Game. Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
Trevor Lawrence had a strong performance in the city of brotherly love on Sunday. The Jacksonville quarterback went 16 of 31 against Philly for 169 yards and added in 2 rushing touchdowns in what was a great outing. Lawrence styled and profiled against the Eagles defense all game long. And he's your Universal Roof and Contracting Offensive Player of the Game.
Break in the savings this fall with Universal Roof and Contracting. Enjoy 15% off all roof repairs and replacements, plus a free wind mitigation inspection. With financing options as low as $115 a month, protecting your home has never been easier. Schedule your free roof inspection today. Call 855-ROOF-HELP. Offer expires November 30th. Protect your home and your wallet.
License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Don't make a bad call when it comes to servicing your home. Cooling off with a baby pool in the house to fix your air conditioning problem is a bad call. Trying to catch a wave in a flooded bathroom is a bad call. Using a burning electrical panel to make s'mores is a bad call. The next time something goes wrong, make a good call to Donovan.
Whether you need air, electric, or plumbing service, Donovan is always a good call. It's why we've been trusted by our customers for almost 40 years and why you can trust us to deliver fast, reliable service to your home. Donovan, always a good call.
Visit DonovanAC.com today.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguar offensive lineman and Hall of Famer Tony Baselli looks for the Jaguars to pick up the tempo to start the game.
I think there's all kinds of risks around it because this team has been inept on offense to start games. They've gone backward.
Former Jag running back Fred Taylor looks for the play calling to be improved from the last game.
I dislike the play call wholeheartedly to begin with. I just don't think it was their best play.
The Jaguars have made a flurry of practice squad moves before they begin practice for Week 10. The Jags have released running back Jake Funk and linebacker Tanner Muse from the practice squad. The team signed offensive lineman Dennis Staley and long snapper Peter Bowden. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I got beans, cream, potatoes,
You got me in the mood, Jeffrey.
I mentioned the Dailies, the holiday feast sandwich. They put this on it too, baby. I like it.
Something about cranberry, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get mine without the cranberry sauce.
I gotta have that cranberry on that turkey.
This sounds like a heck of a sandwich. And so, none of that, but it's turkey, stuffing, gravy, and cranberry sauce.
Woo! Woo, woo.
I'm gonna get mine without the cranberry sauce.
Man, speaking of cranberry, I pulled up on the Hicken household last year. Shout out BWR.
Yeah.
She had gave me something with some cranberry. I held on to that for about 2 weeks.
Oh, nice.
Shout out.
Always welcome me. Always welcome. I was just watching some video on social media, and I forgot, you forget how great this guy was, but that Bob Sanders was a heck of an NFL player.
Bob the Builder was a monster.
Little dude.
Oh.
But he hit you. He was a dump truck.
He was the Defensive Player of the Year one year, right?
Yeah, he was.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Bob Sanders was Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
That was that little era. Safeties were hot, right?
Troy Polamalu, Bob
Ed
Sanders,
Reed,
yes.
Earl Thomas. There was a bunch of them, weren't there?
He was something else. And, but he couldn't last because
that's a lot of
he's too
stuff
little.
on the body. That's a lot of wear and tear.
I wonder where he is right now. 2007.
He hurt. I know he's hurting somewhere.
Yeah. Golly, he played so reckless. So,
he was like a small Brian Dawkins.
I was just watching because they had some video up against the Jags. Yeah, he was. And he took down Mojo. Nobody took down Mojo.
He's a little guy, too, Bob Sanders, as I recall. What was he, Iowa, Bob Sanders?
Yes.
He was like the key on the Colts champion team, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That was his era. Who was the dude, the Ohio State dude?
5'8",
Freddie
206.
Truck, also a Colt safety.
Wasn't that Doss?
Mike Doss. He was a good player, wasn't he?
He was.
Yeah,
Mike
Freddie
Doss.
embarrassed that guy one day.
He did.
That was a home game. He trucked that guy, man.
That guy talked smack that way.
Yeah, he did. He trucked him.
He punished him.
We got to remind Fred of that.
He'll know.
Of course. We've talked with him about it before.
Yeah.
I asked Fred. He says he remembers like every play. If you give him a situation, he remembers every play.
Really? That's like golfers. They're amazing. I remember you used to talk to Mark McCumber. Shout out to Mark McCumber. I always said, Mark, he goes, yeah. He goes, he can tell you what he was wearing.
Yeah.
He can tell you what hole it was on.
That's crazy.
I mean, like, to guys like me, just, lousy golfers, I just see
this
the hole.
This has nothing to do with ability. I'm that way. Like, you could ask me what I did when I played out at, Jack's Beach 3 months ago, and I can.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm like that.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you where our drives went, which approach shot we chose, and what we made on our first hole of the E to the T golf tournament.
Yeah.
When it was me, Dan, Kentucky Jeff, and Legend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd my
We
drive
drove.
go?
We didn't hit a great drive. We hit it over there to the left. We were in the rough. We hit it up on the green, decent, but then missed the putt. We were a little left and short of the hole.
All right.
You remember that at all? You remember where the hole was or any of that stuff?
I can't wait to get my first birdie.
My only
First birdie, it's coming.
Yeah, I can't wait.
It's coming.
Yeah, he's playing golf, man. He looks good, swings good.
I like that app. I didn't know this. If those of you that watch YouTube golf, they put that swing tracer, on all the shots, and I didn't realize there's just a simple app on your phone. I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna start doing that, putting it, setting up behind me sometimes, getting that trajectory, and I may take that next step, E, because you can also, you can get a little piece of equipment that'll tell you your swing speed, how far the ball would be carrying. I can go into my backyard. I got it. Like one of the boys, they're into golf too. They're like you right now. My boy, late 20s.
Shout out.
Starting to play. Well, one of them has gotten one of those nets you hit into. So my backyard right now, tucked away back in the back corner of the yard, we got a big net and it's got a golf mat. I mean, I don't use it, but they do.
I might need one of them.
But my point is, if you get the thing that measures your distance and your spin, you could sit out in the backyard and play a round of golf on your phone.
Well, I'm not there yet. I might miss the net.
The obviously we had a presidential election last night. Everybody watched it. We keep it on sports here, but the Vegas stuff was always interesting to me, and it was interesting.
And it was the key.
And
it told the story.
It kind of mirrored though 4 years ago too, which kind of kept everybody like wondering what was going to happen. But as the night broke.
Well,
it's kind of reality sports TV in a way, watching the presidential election. We do it every 4 years.
And it's also, to take another sports metaphor, it's become the NFL. It's parody. The parody in our country didn't exist like it does now.
Yeah.
Elections never were 50-50 like they are.
I think it would be cool if you had a mix of, I saw people talk about this on social media. I think it'd be cool if you had a mix, like a pregame show like college football kickoff. All right, Corso, who's going to win it? He has to put on a Trump head or a Kamala head, to pick that.
Like game day?
Yeah, like game day. And then during the election, you have like red zone. So you got Hanson. All right, we're going over to CNN right now.
Yeah,
they're upset about something.
Go back to Fox.
Yeah, now we're switching back to Fox. Apparently, they've brought in this guy, so-and-so, and MSNBC is on fire right now. Let's kick it over there. So I think that would be kind of fun as well.
Yeah.
So, though, just to keep it in the sports world.
I would say this about the election, and just like the analytics of it and all, or the
Oh, wait, the only other thing I want to say is, and then say it, and this is why, like, I saw there's two things. There's like these polls. All these dudes. The polls don't get it anymore. Like they're not.
They're terrible.
They're no good at it. And we had this one guy on. I saw this one guy on News 4 Jackson. He was 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. He gets it, and he picked Kamala to win. And so, I mean, they don't get it right anymore, which is interesting.
I think sometimes you pick, it's almost like us picking Jag games. I think the media is so... And
I think they do stuff, though. They do analytics and stuff.
Dan,
we just pick.
I think that... No, really? What analytics can you do on people's opinions? You don't have any idea. I think you voice who you think's going to win with who you want to win, just like we do with our sports teams. And politics, like the NFL, has become a 50-50 game now.
Okay.
They're not blowouts. They're all, I mean, you can maybe, ultimately.
Like this famed Iowa pollster, Selzer.
Which is always right. It was a total miss.
A total miss. I mean,
I think what we found out yesterday is you do watch it. You do watch it like sports. There's a couple of things. One, Florida is the dynasty of efficiency. Our polls close
since 2000.
Everything is. But why is Detroit, Michigan still at midnight on Tuesday counting stuff?
Well, it's not.
It's 2024, man. There's no reason that by 11 o'clock it can't all be put to bed.
Florida has it down.
Oh, Florida was just, but you knew how the amendments went.
Florida was great.
The state.
Florida had everything.
There's no reason others
because though. They had the hanging Chad incident in 2000.
That was a long time ago.
That was 24 years, so they fixed it. And every other state should follow their lead.
We had some the mishaps and mistakes and recounts and late arrivals last time should have been fixed to the point that we're not waiting until midnight. Now they did at least call it before 3 days from now, which is what we wondered.
I was surprised.
Yeah,
I just wish it could all be that efficient and effective, right? And as far as watching last night, when and you were saying that the gambling odds mimicked what happened in 2020.
Yeah.
Where many people went to bed and Trump had similar leads to what he had last night. You woke up and the elections had swayed. The difference this time, though, was in this, quote, margins. Where he was, last night when you looked at the scoreboard, when you looked at the stat sheet, it'd be like, last year you gave up 120 yards rushing. This year you only gave up 84. Last year you passed for 220 yards. Well, this year you passed for 280. So, like, where some numbers would still be tilted in one side's favor or another, it wasn't to the level that it was in 2020. So it was the forecasts of it playing out were more reliable, I guess, than they were last time around.
Yeah.
And this is TV critic, not political commentary.
Right.
To each his own. You vote for who you want.
Absolutely.
to.
I'm glad. I hope everybody voted yesterday.
I'm fine with any and everybody out there.
Yeah.
What you think? That's all good.
Yeah, looked like big numbers were out there again, and obviously the presidential election. A lot of us now more than ever vote before Election Day, but a lot of people like the tradition of voting on Election Day. I don't know what it was like.
Sure.
I don't know if it was crowded yesterday at the polls or not.
I voted yesterday, and I went in and out in a minute.
Okay, well,
but I think here we become so early voting that it helps those of us that procrastinate and wait till the last day.
That may be true
because so many other people have already voted. But no, I went in. I literally went in, showed my license, gave him my info, got my ballot, filled it out. I didn't stop. It took a minute.
It's very sports-like, the numbers and crunching the numbers and the competition and things of that ilk. So that in that respect, I do enjoy watching it. But anyway, that's enough of that. But Donald Trump wins the election. He'll be the 47th and the 45th president, I guess.
It does drag. Nothing happens for a long time, so you can get into that.
I did hear this.
It's kind of, you know what it's more like than watching sports? It's more like watching storm coverage.
And I think every American would be for this, by the way, because we don't need the commercials. And they spent $15 billion. And one of the guys told me last night, again, Dan's math, if they'd taken that $15 billion that they spent on the presidential race and they gave every American a check, we all would have got $50 in the mail. And no commercials.
That would have been, no commercials would have been worth it alone. The $50, I mean.
I would pay the $50.
One time he tried to give us all like $225,000.
Yeah.
He thought instead of giving this bailout, he could give every American $225,000.
I'm just trying to help. Everybody.
But he admits it, so.
E, would you rather have $50 and no commercials or the commercials and not the $50?
Man, miss me with them commercials and the text messages.
Yeah. Man, the spam texts, right? And the calls, so sick of them all.
Yeah.
By the way, is this what you call mobilizing? Because if this is mobilizing, y'all stop, right? That's what you get troop feet on the ground, mobilizing, getting out the effort to vote. If your effort to vote is to send me a text every day, day after day, then yeah, let's don't mobilize anymore. And I got it for both sides, all sides. I'm sure you all did. Vote this on this amendment. Vote that on that amendment. Vote Kamala. Vote Tom. You just get to the point. You just delete.
The report did jump.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I will say this: with the new phone, it sent them all right to spam. That was nice.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Although on my new phone, I can't go in. Like if you have a spam.
It? Yeah, how you liking the new phone?
I like it. Okay, it's a little bit smaller than my other one, so I'm getting used to it. And a part of it is it's in a smaller case. I'm figuring out some of the nuances. I definitely I got my old phone was 7-8 years old, so there's a lot of little easy technological upgrades.
You got all your passwords transferred over?
Yeah, as far as I know. I mean, I'm sure
until you run into something where you need
I'll
your
tiptoe
password.
to a couple. Again, by the way, if you ever crack my code, you're good with everything. I can't be doing. They say you should have a different password for everything. Yeah, my fanny. I can't do that. I can barely remember the ones I have.
No way.
One more thing before we break. Is it time for Oklahoma State and Mike Gundy to part ways? It's been a long run. He's a great guy. He's part of that family.
Because of his comment, because they're 3-6, just because?
Yes and yes. I mean, first off, you can't say – how dumb are you to say what he said? Talking about Oklahoma State fans being negative about his Cowboys, the ones who do can't pay their own bills.
Yeah, that was just, you can't be that personal.
Right.
You can always say, never played it down in football.
Because you dunderhead are making millions of dollars by going for it on 4th and 3 or whatever.
There's lots of insults that you could have lodged that would have flown. Again, this coming from fan base that most have never played a game. This comes from a fan base never been on a locker room. This comes from a fan base never played sport. There's a lot of things you can say. You can't say they can't hold a job or can't pay their bills.
In most cases, the people that are negative and voicing their opinions are the same ones that can't pay their own bills. They're not taking care of themselves. They're not taking care of their own family. They're not taking care of their own job. But they have an obligation to speak out and complain about others because it makes them feel better.
Yeah.
But in the end, when they go to bed at night, they're the same failure that they were before they said anything negative about anybody else. Rah.
Come on, again, you can't go personal on your own fan base. Yeah. And by the way, this is like doesn't have the success. He's the Spurrier of Oklahoma State.
Well,
he was a player there
without the success.
Well, that's what I said.
Yeah.
That was the first.
That's a big diff.
Well, no, it's not. He is praise Jim Harbaugh. He is whoever is the favored son. He's been at Oklahoma State for 50 years, almost 40 years. Yeah. I mean, what was he a quarterback there? The 80s?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long has he been the coach? He's got to be the longest tenured coach in college football.
Been there since 05.
That's 19 years. I'm a man. I'm 40. That was Gundy.
102-69 in the conference, 169-85.
I think he's been an excellent guy. My whole life, Oklahoma State. I mean, Pat Johnson with Barry and Thurman have a little bit. He's been their best coach, hasn't he?
Yeah. Finished 3rd in the country one time, 7th in the country one time. Those are his 2 best.
Yeah, he had a couple of years where, unfortunately, he would have been a playoff team, but it was before the 14 playoff.
Last year was 10-4.
Yeah, that's why. If you fired him, it was because of those comments. I think he's earned a little bit of rope when it comes to on-field numbers.
Yeah.
It's not easy, I would imagine, to win at Oklahoma State. I mean, Oklahoma has you at such, stepchild status. It's not even close.
Yeah.
Is there a bigger difference between the big boy and the second, quote-unquote, main program than Oklahoma State? Probably not.
Played quarterback there from 86 to 89.
T. Boone Pickens is a big boy, so that's probably not true.
Second longest tenured FBS coach with one school. Who is he trailing, please?
Dabo? No. Right now, who is he trailing?
He and Kyle Whittingham have both been at their schools for that long.
And they both trail one guy?
Yeah, they trail one guy.
I'm going to have to look at some. Give me the conference.
Big Ten.
Okay, this is easy. I should have got it right away. It's the guy from the mistaken polling.
Yeah, Kirk Ferentz.
Kirk Ferentz. What's he been, 25?
I don't know, long time. I will take a break. We're heading to, E. You ready?
Nasty time.
They love it. Boys love it. Don't know what it says, but they do.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. If you're on the prowl for exclusive updates and insight, get your fill on Jaguars Today.
I like it.
With Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony, 10 to noon weekdays.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios at
1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here with a message from our friends at Zero Res. You just got to love this time of the year as we reflect on the things that matter the most. That's your families, your homes, the holidays. You better believe football. They're very grateful for all of you, the good people of Jacksonville, and they want to thank you. Get ready for the holidays. Book today and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 a room. Plus, they'll give you 25% off your tile cleaning. This one fills up fast, so book now on both carpet and tile. Zero Res, man. Spell it forward, Zero Res. Spell it backward. It's the right way to clean.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Let's start the debate. Why would someone buy a new car from you? We have an exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on every new vehicle. We offer a competitive wow price plus free oil changes. How much will someone get for their trade? We offer more than $4,000 over KBV value. Well, we never lose a trade over price. Okay, when is the best time to buy a car? Right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter which side you pick. At Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet, you get it all. Let us show you why we're the winning vote.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. Jags Hall of Famer Tony Baselli puts on his gold jacket every Monday morning at 7:20 on The Drill.
Does look good.
It's Hall of Fame Monday with Tony Baselli.
Good? It's great.
Brought to you by Heritage Roofing of North Florida on 1010XL.
Total Wine and More is having a Taste of Town November 8th and 9th from noon to 6 both days. Enjoy great liquor brands, craft beer, and more. Brackish Vodka is excited to announce 6 additional flavors, and all can be sampled and purchased at the Total Wine and More Taste of Town November 8th and 9th. Come to Total Wine at the Town Center and sample great local brands. Brackish Vodka is a proud partner of the Jaguars and proud to be supporting the Taste of Town.
The Money Pages brings you this week's Red Zone featured player of the week. Number 5, Jaguars safety, Andre Cisco. Andre Jordan Cisco Jr. played college ball for Syracuse and was drafted by the Jags in the 3rd round in 2021. Make sure to pick up this week's Jag Game program with a commemorative ticket of Andre Cisco inside. Download the Money Pages app for weekly specials. Money Pages, official sponsor of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool? Our first contestant, a stay-at-home gymnast from Jacksonville, Florida, it's Gwendolyn Beers.
Thank you, Monty. I don't know who installed my air conditioner, but it hasn't had a tune-up in over 3 years. Am I cool?
Let's ask our expert judging panel. Judges? I'm sorry, Gwendolyn. You're not cool. Johnny, tell her why. That's right. To keep your air conditioner performing at its best, you need a skilled technician to check your pressures, voltages, and air filters in the fall and the spring. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, our club members get 2 free visits a year to make sure that you are cool.
Can you tell me if my haircut is sexy?
You're better off not asking.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hi, Jags fans. Walker Little here for my friends at Kingfish Pest Control. Playing offensive line in the NFL, I must block and protect on every down. When it comes to keeping my home pest-free, I expect that same level of protection. So I contacted Kingfish after seeing thousands of positive online customer reviews about their service. I can confirm from personal experience, bugs don't stand a chance getting past Kingfish Pest Control. Do what I did. Reach out to Kingfish Pest Control to protect your home, a proud partner of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Bank in the 2024 Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards, and it's easy to see why. I go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the New Durban location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
When my wrist pain was acting up and I needed help, I took Dan Hicken's advice and headed over to see the experts at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. This is Stuart Moore with the PGA Tour. I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Whenever you have a need, they took great care of me. They'll take great care of you.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. The next time you need orthopedic care, you can rely on our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Welcome to ABS Advanced Business Solutions, your local print management partner, and home to Xerox and HP copiers.
Advanced Business Solutions.
GoABSinc.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by St. Nicholas Guns and Range. FSU head coach Mike Norvell sees real growth and potential in wide receiver Elijah Moore.
Elijah got his first catch, there in the game on Saturday, and still even in the game, there was a couple plays that weren't to what his standard is.
The Jacksonville University men's basketball team got a big performance from their forward Stephon Payne III on their way to a victory against the Trinity Baptist Eagles at home Monday. The Dolphins will next play the Florida Gators in Gainesville on Thursday. For the first time in 27 years, the Reigns Vikings completed their high school football season without defeat. The first time they've achieved that feat since winning it all in 1997. Reigns stands out as a Class 3A favorite for next month's final at Pit Bull Stadium in Miami. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 9:09 and it's 79 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Boom, boom. Time to get nasty. It's 9 o'clock. Good morning, Jacksonville.
11 a.m., I'm told, the View. 11 a.m.
Oh, okay.
The cacklers are just going to lose their minds.
Boy, I tell you what, this is not a good week to be a Seminole. We had a little trip to South Bend, a little night game under national television. Oh, boy. If I was Norvell, I might pull the whole, hey, man, we got the flu. We're not coming. Like he did the COVID thing in 2020.
Yeah.
We're not going to play you guys, Clemson. Don't bother coming down. We can't. We're too sick to play. I might try one of those.
I really feel like he could be 1,000-0.
I feel that I feel like, in all honesty, that there'll be a lot of changes in the coaching staff this year. So.
Yeah. I don't, you got to do something.
Right.
This is beyond, there ain't no assistant that this is on or will matter.
Right.
This guy, I don't know.
What?
I'm never shy to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I say, you'll come in, you jackasses are going to say the name Jamar Chase for the next 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Norvell is Willie Taggart bad. You're 1-8, bro. You're the worst coach that has stepped foot on that campus since, Mudra? When you got to go find a guy that goes 1-11, dude.
Yeah.
This guy's about to go to Notre Dame, get hammered.
Yeah.
He's going to struggle to beat Charlie Southern. And then the arch rival Florida Gators, whose own coach has been on a hot seat hotter than Hades for 2.5 years, is going to beat the holy crap out of them on their own yard.
Do you know what his ACC record is?
ACC record? How many years has he been there?
1, 2, 3, 4, This is 5th year. He's 40 games in.
40 games in. I'd say he is 18 and 22.
20 and 20.
Yeah. That's terrible.
2-6, 4-4, 5-3, 8-0 to 1-7 in the ACC. 1-7. Overall, he's 32 and 25, and that's with a 23-4 run.
Again, there's two ways to look at it, and it's a fair point. Willie Taggart didn't go 13-0. That's fine. 13-0 got you what again? Huh? Egg on your face and bad reputation. Nothing. A 66-3 loss in the Orange Bowl. That's what 13-0 got you. Nah, I think, man, it's almost if you're
Willie Taggart only got 2 years at FSU. He was 5-7 and then got fired at 4-5. It was bad.
I mean, look, think about those expectations.
Yeah, but it's oftentimes a timing.
No, I get it. Listen, the 13-0 bought you grace, but Will Muschamp, I'll remind everyone, went 11-1. Didn't last another year and a half. I can't. Again, the bad to me, how bad the bad is outweighs however good the good was. How bad the bad is more defines the capabilities and future of what Mike Norvell is going to be for FSU than that good. He doesn't have any answers at some key spots that if you're running a program, you would have some.
Yeah. It's not good. There's not a lot of optimism. I bet nobody wants the season to be over more than an FSU.
It's been terrible.
I'll ask you to respond to this headline. FSU football, and those can play spoiler to number 10 Notre Dame CFP chances.
What? Spoiler what?
I mean,
or hurt somebody maybe? Injure their quarterback? No, FSU is going to lose by 1 million.
9.5 over-under.
What do you mean?
Going into the season. Win total.
Well, and again, Mike Norvell has also let down a fan base that had his back. I'm sure if you're an FSU fan, you screamed bloody murder in favor of him all this time, and he's turned around and done nothing for you. And to wit was this year. Remember Feinbaum came out when the top 10 came out? Shredded FSU.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was unfair, though. And we thought, to a degree, it was a little over the top.
I'll say this.
But the fans, they said, Fall Five, you're this, that, and the other. Well, he was right.
I'll say this. Well, we throw stuff up all the time. Sometimes we're right, sometimes we're wrong. It's sports. The Nick Saban. Because I was talking to Drew about this the other day. Because I said, didn't Nick Saban say? He said, yes, he did. He said, Dad, the Georgia Tech week, he went out and he said, I watched them practice. They're SEC good. They're big and fast and strong. They are really good.
Well, he was wrong, though. He was trying to cover
wrong.
He was covering for FSU. He thinks FSU's got to be better than they are, I guess. I don't know.
No, he said FSU was capable.
Before the game.
Yes. He was wrong.
He said FSU was an NFL team.
Scary SEC good.
I thought you were talking about. Well,
Nick Saban went out and watched them practice before they played Georgia Tech. Before the season began. So everybody was wrong about the Noles. Everybody. Including the coach. The only one that matters is the coach. Did you see that hockey player get hit in the neck with a puck last night?
Yeah.
You saw that?
No, I didn't see it. We talked about it this morning.
Oh, you did?
But I can't imagine.
I guess he's okay, but that's scary, man.
Man, yeah, them things heavy. I got a puck from the ice.
Yeah, you know what a puck feels like.
That thing heavy. It's
that's
solid.
A big chunk of ouch is what that is. That thing comes flying in you at 70, 80 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Hit you right in the neck in the soft spot. Lordy.
It's amazing how much we love sports and how much we follow and how much we watch everything. That this is not like it. This today's day and age of strength and power and speed that there's just not like a death a day. They rocket those dadgum pucks all over rinks, all over 80 times per team, man, a year, 80 games a year. I'm amazed some Jew just doesn't take one in the orbital.
Yeah.
In the temple or in the, it's crazy, man. But yeah, what about this? And with all due respect to our football brethren and even MMA fighter, there ain't a tougher dude in the world than a hockey player. I'm convinced.
They're tough.
They're tough, man. This guy who took it in the neck, finished his shift, then left the game, and on the game, then he passed, then he fell, and they had to come, it was scary. They brought in the EMT, and we're all thinking, ever since DeMar Hamlin, when I see a stretcher and an EMT come on the field, I hold my breath.
Yeah. It's crazy. All right, Jags home this weekend against the Vikings. What's the line on that one, Jeffrey?
I'm going to guess the Vikings are a 4.5-point favorite.
4.5?
It's a guess. Total guess.
Capper? You're not capping?
I cap to another.
You're a capper.
I cap to another tune of 3-2 last week. And
Master
continue to
capper.
make the Googans money. Now +5 on the year. So, what do you got? You have 5.5. What
did I do last week?
You were 4-1.
Okay. Was I 4-0 going into the fifth game?
Are you like?
What'd you say? 4.5?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4.5.
See, I'm not. We take it back now, or are you gonna say, "Well, you are cap"? I'm sorry for doubting you. You're real quick took my capper status away from me.
Why'd I take it away?
I thought you were a capper. You don't know exactly. You can't tell me what it is.
A lot of people call you a master capper.
We just had this conversation like 18 seconds ago, so it frightens me a little bit that you're asking me what it is exactly you did me, how you aggrieved me.
Because you take everything I say as being egregious.
Maybe there's some truth to that.
I'm going to end up.
Probably because it is, though, to be honest.
You're going to end up like
know
Boston
yourself
guys.
some, too. The Boston guy, you're stuck on that. I'm getting a little worried, E.
It should be.
E, you'll head off with Hick, too. I'll be left on my own.
I think one of them. What do you mean head off? Maybe you'll be heading out.
You two Vazzers will jump in the back seat together, and away you go.
What happened is one of the guys in Boston made a power play.
Uh-huh.
And then he lost the power play. So
what was the power play, anyway?
It was like, I don't know, he throw you under the bus type thing.
One of the dudes was like you, and he had kidney stones for 8 years, and it got the other guy mad. See, I didn't get that way.
Is that what it was?
E, or E, had the Achilles for 10, 12 years.
Dang.
It really is amazing what the work ethic that Jeff shows day in and day out.
Thank you. I'm trying to talk about Boston, but here you go. Not egregious at all.
What do you mean?
He can't take the
What
slightest
kidney stones?
shade.
What kidney stones?
Huh? The slightest shade he can't take. Not even a breath of a let it go, and it's barely heard by the audience.
I'm worried about the two people in space.
What happened?
I saw a picture.
They've been up there stranded for a while. This story's not been told, to your point.
I think we need to go get them. Like,
aren't they in the space station?
It's kind of like, The Martian. The Martian guy got tracked.
How can they be stuck in the space station? What is the? I've headline grabbed that. Isn't it also like a Russian and an American, or no?
I just saw the pictures of. It's a man and a lady. The lady looks terrible. She looks like she's got to get out of there, man. We got to go get her.
Well, are they stuck in like a vacuum seal, or where are they exactly?
They're on the International Space Station.
Okay. Why can't they get them?
Can you see if we can get them on the show? Can you line them up as guests? I'd like to talk to them.
I'm on it.
Sunita Williams and Barry Wilmore have been stuck since June 6th.
Yeah, it's
Sunita?
Yeah, Sunita. The Boeing Starliner experienced technical malfunctions.
Okay, hold on now. So this is like just some rogue, whoever's running Boeing, sending people up there? Is that what happened?
I guess so.
No, maybe they build the...
Well, they're on the International Space Station. Though.
Okay.
That's been up there a long time. The two brave Americans were only slated to be there for 8 days. They're 153 in.
So what happened?
That's 5 months.
But what happened?
Doctors are raising concerns about their health after a new photo shows Williams, the lady, appearing jarringly gaunt. She does. She looks terrible.
Let me see.
I'm worried about her. This is lovely Sunita. Where is she? I had a picture of her.
She looked like that.
Yeah. She's an older lady, but she looks terrible up there, and I can't find the picture that way. There it is.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, see? I mean, they're eating Hormel pepperonis.
Pepperonis and stuff. That kind of looks like a bachelor pad. They got good food. What, they got a Publix up there?
I don't know what they got.
The space station must be. That looks like you just went to the Cracker Barrel gift shop and just ordered up all the candy and.
Our notably sunken cheeks are likely a result of a significant calorie deficit. The human body burns more calories in space than it does on the terrestrial ground due to low temperatures.
Why can't they get them home?
That's a good question. Let's see if we can find out.
Looking at the NFL schedule this week as you do that, man, Thursday night is what a big one. It's an elimination game for the Bengals tomorrow. We also have another early Sunday morning game this week. The London series is over, but they head off to Germany. Boy, the fine folks in Munich get a real peach of a game.
They got screwed.
Giants-Panthers,
Ugh.
Giants-Panthers, maybe two of the worst 3 or 4 teams in the league. And you know what has happened here, too? Because it's such a parity or such a polarizing year of haves and have-nots, it's hard to find good, solid matchups week to week. Like Falcons-Saints. Well, the Saints are 2-7.
They're not scheduled to come back until February of 2025.
Is that the original schedule, or they're trapped?
No, they're trapped. They'll fly home on the SpaceX Crew 9 Dragon spacecraft with 2 other members. They're originally scheduled to spend 8 days on the ISS and the Boeing Starliner spacecraft, but the thruster failures made the capsule unsafe to pilot. The Starliner will return to Earth uncrewed.
Well, can't we send somebody up there to
That's
grab
already
them?
back. That's
Can
what
I
I'm
get
asking.
an Uber?
The spacecraft that will bring them home, a SpaceX Dragon, arrived at the ISS on September 29th, but it's not scheduled to return them to early 25. Why is that?
I mean, gang, I've been up here for 6 months, man. With all due
I wanna
respect,
come home.
Elon, bring my A home.
Come on, Elon.
I mean, Elon's too
Maybe
busy
he wanted-
partying at
maybe it was the
Mar-a-Lago.
maybe it was the election. He
Huh?
had stuff to do.
I mean, Elon's too busy, just sipping champagne and eating caviar with Trump, and he got these two up there stranded on the ISS.
Stranded.
I saw the movie ISS. It was actually pretty good, I think.
Was it?
I don't remember the movies I watched, Dan, but I just remember if I liked them or not.
They're fully qualified to remain in space for an extended period of time.
Well, except for the photo. This is not going to end well. She's going to die.
September 13th, she said, and then what do you do?
Yeah, right.
What happens if she dies?
You've
Do you
known the whole
just,
time.
You push her out, or do you just...
She probably won't die. I mean,
not.
just eat, honey. Eat some food. I look in there. You got to, again, there are some 20-year-old sophomores that would kill for that spread in front of those two. It's all junk food, but it's a bunch of food.
They said they voted from space.
Good for them.
We're having a great time here on ISS.
Okay, well, that sounds
in
like
July.
they're fine. Oh.
October now.
Yeah, no.
I want to come
Well,
home.
are they speaking out?
The original mission was just 8 days.
Well, what was the mission anyway? What do you fly up to the space station
They
for?
were testing out aspects of the Starliner to see how it operates with a human crew in space.
Yeah, I think I maybe just do that out in the desert next time.
And then all of a sudden they said, Houston, we have a problem. And
oh, boy. I don't know if it's Houston anymore. Where is SpaceX commandeered from?
No one knows.
Well, sure they do. Daytona, maybe?
SpaceX has been transporting astronauts to the ISS since 2020.
Yeah. Well, they took that away from government, right? There's no NASA anymore, or if there is a NASA, they don't,
SpaceX has
that
had
part.
failures, too. A Falcon 9 rocket
Oh,
exploded.
they blow up all the time.
Yeah.
Then. Where you been?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something else about the SpaceX. I will say this. Like back in the day when you were kids and
I don't like this. This is NASA. There's no rush to bring the crew home. Says you, NASA.
Yeah. Well, it depends on. Well, maybe that's what they're saying, though, Dan.
This is a lesson learned from the Space Shuttle Columbia accident. Our NASA and Boeing teams are poring over data from additional in-space and ground testing, providing mission managers data to make the best, safest decision on how and when to return the crew home.
Here's a good one. Give them a safe craft and bring them back. Man, you got to be a fool to go into space. What's wrong with people anyway?
I'm not going into space.
Who would do that?
E, would you go into space?
And no.
Why would anyone go into space, bro?
Is Sunita a sister?
No, she's Indian, maybe.
Yeah, it's Indian.
I can't speak for all the brothers, but I got an idea. Like we're really not that interested in going.
Do you guys, either one of you, have a? Do you have a what's the word I'm looking for? A phobia that it's so much that if you think about it, it can make like your legs tingle, kind of deal. Like, do you have a phobia, whether it's claustrophobia or heights or anything else?
I don't like the dentist.
So if you really sit hard and think about being in the dentist chair, can you generate an actual
sweaty palms,
anxiety almost?
A little bit.
I watched this movie. For me, I got two. It's claustrophobia, which doesn't come into play. You just keep yourself out of that. But I'm getting there with heights. There is some movie.
Yeah, heights.
There is some movie, E. It's on the. I don't know if it's called. God, I don't remember the name. I should remember the name of what it is. But basically, it's a story. These two teenage girls or young adult girls. They climb like a radio tower. They get to the top, and the ladder breaks and falls off.
Oh boy!
And they're stuck like 3,000 feet in the air on a like a little platform circle that's about the size of a garbage can lid.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't watch the movie. My legs would just seize up with anxiety. And if I sit here and think about putting myself and standing on that at that height, I can feel it right now.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll come back more on The Drill right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
4 quarters plus 1 equals extra fun. Join Hacker Leon and Coach Campo for the Window World of Northeast Florida 5th Quarter at Island Girl Cigar Bar on Gate Parkway. 2 hours after the final whistle on game day. Brought to you by Von Rowan Law and Hurricane Grill and Wings. The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hey, gang, imagine having a doctor available to you any day or any time. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. See, I've been going to Doc T for a long time, but he decided to take a leap into a new and exciting, more personal world of medicine, concierge medicine. I sure am going with him. I saw him yesterday, man. He's doing great. His practice is doing great. If you need an appointment, sometimes when you're regular doctors, you can't get in for a couple weeks. Not with Doc T. You can get in, man. You call him and get him in right away, that day. Medical emergency, here's his personal phone number. He'll get right back to you 7 days a week. It's like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost is very surprising, quite frankly. As far as doctors, Townsend's the best. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest. Listen, if it's yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, Doc T has you covered. So if you got questions, they got answers at mypvconcierge.com. I'm telling you, check it out. It's the new wave of medicine. More and more you're doing it, and you'll thank me later. mypvconcierge.com for all your questions. mypvconcierge.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Bolt City AC, heating that rules.
Is your AC ready for the holidays? Bolt City Heating and Air ensures your AC stays in tip-top shape. We know that a clean AC is a healthy AC. Upgrade yours for just $96 a month and enjoy free duct cleanings with your new system. Plus, ask about our 0% financing options.
Bolt City AC, we got the crew. Bolt City AC.
Visit BoltCityAC.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Big Sur's here. My cigars are back in stock at Island Girl Gate Parkway. Buy a box and I will autograph it for you. Island Girl Gate Parkway is the place to enjoy a great cigar selection, a full bar, enjoy a daily happy hour from noon to 7 and all day Sunday. Enjoy college and NFL games from noon to 6. When you buy 5 cigars, you get 1 free. Plus, live music Friday and Saturday nights. For upcoming events, follow Island Girl Gate Parkway on Instagram and Facebook at islandgirl.gateparkway.
It's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. Hicken here from Matt Hinson in the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney yet. But have you done your last will? It's not the most comfortable thing. It's not the most fun thing to do. Something you need to do besides getting your assets to the people that you want them to go to. Planning helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson will listen to help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. The Hinson Law Firm. You have questions? Maddie's got answers. 904-527-1700. 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
Follow the Canes as they storm the ACC.
I'm 1010XL's JJ LaSelva, and every week I'll bring you the Miami news and notes you need to know.
The Performance Painting Hurricane Report on 1010XL. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Monday, November 11th is Veterans Day, and we'll be honoring those who have served our nation all day and night at String Sports Brewery in Springfield with a free barbecue sandwich, side, and a beer. That's for all veterans and active duty military members anytime on Veterans Day. Plus, our show will be there live from 4 to 6, thanks to our friends at Firewatch, which was created to address veteran suicide prevention, and the Cohen Clinic at Centerstone that offers outpatient mental health for active duty, post 9/11 veterans and military families. So come to Strings on Veterans Day.
If you're like most Americans, you have a ton of credit card debt and you're paying insane interest rates on that debt every month. Same for car loans and personal loans. Stop getting ripped off. Let Loan Pronto consolidate that debt for you at a significantly lower rate using the equity in your home. Hey, it's Prosser here, and Loan Pronto's Express Equity Line of Credit can get you up to $500,000. So you can consolidate your debt in as fast as 5 days. Their average client saves over $1,000 every month by doing this. Right now is the best time to act. With an Express Equity Line of Credit, you can access up to 90% of your home's equity, usually without an appraisal. Don't put it off. Get your financial house in order for the new year and call Loan Pronto now to see what you can save. It's a free quote and there's no credit pull, unlike the other guys. Call now, 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We're back. Okay, so if you would like to absolutely torture yourself because you have a fear of heights, I've been told on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, the movie's called Fall. Yeah, two girls get stuck up on top of the radio tower, and then all the support and stuff all falls. They're basically on the top of a light pole, 3,000 feet in the air. So, yeah, if you want to torture yourself, you have a fear of heights, the movie is Fall. Give it a watch. I'll stick to The View at 11.
Gators go to Texas.
That should end well.
DJ Lagway wants to play reportedly out of Gainesville. We'll see how he is today.
You know what? Play him then if he wants to play.
If he can.
Don't run him at all. Let him just put him in the shotgun. Let him throw it around the yard.
I think the thought process, honestly, in Gainesville as well. I think with DJ Lagway, maybe we got a shot at the 2 home games. So if we keep him out this week, this is a tough one.
And the FSU game is a layup.
I saw some pictures, ironically, yesterday of Clay Millen, the quarterback that we've talked a little bit about. He's a quarterback transfer from Colorado State. He's got a lot more experience in this.
Is there any word yet on
No, I think today and tomorrow we'll find out. But I saw he was doing a public appearance, like reading to kids or something. He's not a big guy.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
Florida beat FSU with Warner.
Oh.
Like a drum.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
Definitely going to have to run the ball.
They're going to have to win. They need to win the LSU or Ole Miss game.
Right.
I presented this really would be a super ironic standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
The Gators, in a strange twist of fate, if Kiffin is your top target,
mm-hmm.
you don't want him in the playoff because that extends him until the end of December. But if he wins the rest of his games, he'll be in the playoff. You play him in 3 weeks. What if you are the team that gives him the third loss that knocks him out of the playoffs, which is actually the guy that you want to get, yet now you're talking about a guy who just beat the guy you wanted to get. It would make a crazy circus-like Saturday even more crazy and circus-like.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards more and more from what I'm hearing, not what I think, but from what I'm hearing, that if Florida is competitive, I think Billy Napier will be back next year with DJ Lagway. That's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that Kiffin is their target. I do know this for a fact. I do know this. I can tell you this. When it's talked about, there is a lot of interest from a lot of people about the Florida job.
Right, and Kiffin is included in that, apparently.
Correct.
I'm still totally, completely down with Kiffin.
Yeah,
totally, completely. I don't know who who you can find. I don't trust our guy finding the diamond in the rough.
Mm-hmm.
I need somebody who's somewhat accomplished, and Kiffin is.
Mm-hmm.
He's got big wins. He scores a lot of points. He's not perfect. He's at Ole Miss. I mean, do we expect him to be 12-0? Do we expect him to be in the playoffs? Should Ole Miss be expected to knock off Texas and Oklahoma and Alabama and Tennessee and LSU and Texas A&M in just their own league to be a playoff in Georgia?
I've got some big news. I've just watched Rory McIlroy's 3 weeks of swing changes. It looks exactly the same to me.
In other news, there's still golfers, huh?
It looks exactly the same. Goes down after the iron, hits it hard, hits it far. Beautiful shot.
Hasn't been much news in the silly season of golf.
No.
Well,
the rumor was that the live in the the PGA Tour about to work out
again.
Yeah, that they're
some
finally,
sort of combo effort. They have their tour, you
they're-
have yours, but you play some common events.
No, more than that.
Joe, you was dialed up this morning.
Yes.
Hello, Joseph.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Top of the morning, boys. Having seen both teams, your team having played both teams, would you now say that compared to Georgia and with these rankings and stuff, and I know there's a lot of time left to be played, but do y'all have any more, I guess?
I will say that. Listen, your point is fair, but I say this and I mean it, and I'm not saying it over spilled milk. I think if Florida played Miami now when they're playing Georgia, it would not be the same game. I'm not saying Florida would beat them, but they have figured some stuff out and are playing better.
Fair.
So
Yeah,
I don't know if
fair.
it's
Absolutely.
I don't know if it's an apples to apples conversation, but Miami is as good as anybody we've played as far as how the Saturdays went.
Oh yeah.
That's what I say. Cool.
Yeah.
A lot left to be played.
Does it bother you? Did it bother you at all that Miami's like fourth, or do you care? Does it matter? I mean,
Yeah, bro.
Why?
What should you be?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I talk about this.
Well,
every
first of all, hey, whoa. First of all, you're really not 4, you're 3 because the bracket can't be that way. You know what I mean?
It's 3. Yeah.
Yeah, you're really 3.
Here's what they're gonna do. This they want us to do. We're gonna have to play the winner of Alabama, whoever. We're gonna have to play Alabama and then Texas and then Georgia. I guarantee you, however it's seized up, we won't play a Notre Dame.
I don't know if I don't know if you have a string. I don't know if you really do have an argument though to be ranked ahead of
Georgia
1 and 2. Yeah, Georgia, Joe.
They beat Kentucky 13-12.
Whatever. Listen, don't get it. You went. Listen, bro. You went to Cal and trailed by 25 in the 4th. So let's not maybe flex.
But they won.
Yeah, but so did Georgia.
Georgia has a loss.
Huh? Yeah, they do.
Georgia
They have a loss. And I'm telling you that if Miami played at Texas and Alabama and Georgia,
We're not telling you that.
I
In
hear
fairness,
So, Jeff, let me tell you this. You saw me on there when they scored and kicked the extra point and they panned. You could see me in the end zone.
Yeah.
I was yawning, bruh, and I was up for that game. We flew 5 million yards. That game ended at 1:30 in the morning, Florida time, and we still beat. Bruh,
I
you
get
know what
it,
got
dude, Joe.
sidewalked?
I can get on board Miami. You just take it so far and over the top that it just makes me
Let me just
want to
ask
let you
Mike,
go and
know
root
what I got-
against them. You can't just
Before
be
I
a
let me-
normal person that gives your team
can't.
normal. That gives
It's
your
been
team.
years in coming,
That
bruh.
gives your
It's been
team
20
normal.
years since we've
That
been-
gives your team normal accolades so that you can build at least some sort of street cred. But you scream fire in a crowded theater year after year after year after year. He hang up on him. I can't do it.
Oh no!
Fire!
No!
Fire!
No!
Fire! Back to put a wrap on it next. It's a Beach Plumbing Wednesday.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
There are trucks, then there's the truck, GMC Sierra, with available features like the V8 engine, the ultimate luxury interior, and of course, the available world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. Frank Frangie here. Nimnik Buick GMC has the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. With manufacturer incentives and Nimnik discounts, you won't find deals like Nimnik's anywhere else in Jacksonville. Who's got more new Sierras at the best prices? Nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnik's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks GMCs in Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer. Nobody but Nimnik. Shop 24/7 at NimnikBuickGMC.com or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. So remember, for the best trucks around, it's nobody but Nimnik. You can shop at NimnikBuickGMC.com or visit that terrific showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Folks, Hicken here from my friends at Beaches Dermatology, man. I'm sorry. I have to apologize at Beaches Dermatology. Why? Because I don't practice what I preach. I didn't Saturday, man. I told you guys, it's a wintertime. You got to be careful out there, though, at the Sunshine State. Got to wear the hat. Got to wear the long-sleeve dry fit. You got to put on sunscreen. I didn't do any of it. And I got fried at the Florida-Georgia game, and I'm mad about it. So apologies to Drs. Boudreaux, Drs. Metz, and Dr. Fader. Hopefully I don't have to pay the price for that. But listen, man, be careful out there. And if you do see anything that pops up on your skin, man, go get it checked out. Don't wait. It's real easy to make appointments. Those guys are so good. They'll take great care of you. Wonderful staff out there at Beaches Dermatology. Bunch of locations to serve you. Just check them out online at beachesdermatology.com. That's beachesdermatology.com.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay. Let's go!
Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
This is Tony Baselli, Pro Football Hall of Famer. I was known for protecting our quarterback. These days, I'm extending that protection to a different arena, your home. I have partnered with Heritage Roofing of North Florida, your premier local roofers with over 25 years of experience. Heritage is your go-to roofer for hurricane preparation, with same-day inspections and estimates. They also work with all insurance companies. Let Heritage Roofing of North Florida safeguard your home and family. Visit heritagenfl.com for your free estimate today.
State license CCC 1335410.
Wow, John, my Clearwater sprinkler system looks great.
All right, Frank, let's go ahead and program your Rainbird timer. How many minutes do you want the zones to run?
John, I think we run from the front 20, the sides 15, the back 10, the garden 5. Clearwater scores!
Well, that's a first, Frank, but you're the boss.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage to
ClearwaterJacks.com.
Movember is Men's Health Awareness Month, so take charge of your health and vitality at Ackerman Urology in Mandarin, Middleburg, the Beaches, and World Golf Village. For prostate and urological needs, trust Ackerman Urology. AckermanUrology.com.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
This Day in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On November 6, 1981, Los Angeles Dodgers starting pitcher Fernando Valenzuela became the first rookie in MLB history to win the National League Cy Young Award.
If you have experienced problems when it comes to selling your home, maybe it's just because you have not discovered Chad and Sandy and ChadandSandy.com. That's Chad, A-N-D, Sandy.com. You can call them at 904-414-6200. But here's the bottom line. Your home will be sold, guaranteed, or they'll buy it. So whatever you think your problem may be, whether you need more space for an office or growing family, or you want maximum equity from your home, but you're not sure how, Chad and Sandy deliver with a promise. And at the bottom line, it ends with your home is sold at an agreed upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. That is the definition of guaranteed. The proof is out there. Pete in Lakeshore writes, I was in a pickle. I heard Chad and Sandy on the radio, and I called because I needed cash out on a rental property fast. I was struggling to rent. Chad and Sandy got a full offer, full asking price within days. Go to ChadandSandy.com. That's Chad, A-N-D, Sandy.com, or call 904-414-6200 today.
Associate veterinarian for Jacksonville to provide comprehensive veterinary medical services for pets and companion animals. Requires Doctor of Veterinary Medicine and/or veterinary science degree and valid Florida veterinarian license. Must have 5 years experience performing physical examinations of companion animals, performing soft tissue surgeries on companion animals, including ovariohysterectomy, castration, gastropexy, splenectomy, cystotomy, enterotomy, mass removals, and enucleation. Performing prophylactic dentistry and surgical dental extractions for companion animals. Communicating diagnosis and treatment plans to clients. Using veterinary computer software including Avamark and/or Cornerstone. Enter and maintain client and patient records, and mentoring and guiding junior team members. Up to 10% travel within Duval and St. Johns counties required. Send resume to Southern Veterinary Partners, DBA Coastal Animal Hospital at recruiting@svp.vet.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Let's start the debate. Why would someone buy a new car from you? We have an exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on every new vehicle. We offer a competitive wow price plus free oil changes. How much will someone get for their trade? We offer more than $4,000 over KBV value. Well, we never lose a trade over price. Okay, when is the best time to buy a car? Right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter which side you pick. At Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet, you get it all. Let us show you why we're the winning vote.
They're out to test our reputation as the best plumber in Jacks, so we gotta play like the experts we are. Now, who are we? Now, that's what a winner
sure sounds like. Customers always win with Roland Reich Plumbing at plumberinjacks.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Frank Frangie weighed in on the report from ESPN's Adam Schefter that the Steelers were close to trading for Christian Kirk prior to his season-ending injury.
Adam Schefter tweeted on Sunday morning, you probably saw it, that the Steelers were close to a deal for Christian Kirk before he broke his collarbone. Did you see the story? Mm-hmm. Well, I can tell you from league sources that's not even close to true. Look, I don't definitively say much like that on this show. I don't act like an insider because I'm not one. I don't try to break news. I don't pound the pulpit very often. But trust me on this one. The Jags were never trading Christian Kirk.
Frank Frangie on Tuesday. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, lots to cool down on. We thank you for hanging out with us. We'll see if the Jags can find a way to win. The final results of our Dream Finders poll question. Who do you want to coach the Jags in 2025? 61.5% said Ben Johnson. 20% said Bill Belichick. 7.2% said Joe Brady. 11% said Doug Peterson. Over 750 votes are in. Appreciate that with Dream Finders Home. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. A lot of football left, though, and we'll see if the Jags are able to get things, make that a moot point if they can start winning some football games. But the time is now. If they don't, the changes are coming, in my opinion. I think changes are brewing, and I think it starts with the general manager and goes down from there, and it could be a whole house cleaning. We'll have to wait and see. So that remains to be seen. 4.5 points against the Vikings.
It doesn't seem like enough, to be honest. I mean, I don't know what part of anyone thinks the Jags are going to beat the Vikings.
Anybody's confident they're going to beat the Lions. That would be their 8th loss. So if you're going to win one of these 4 against the NFC teams, you better find a way to win this one.
And if you are, and I'm sure you are, if it were me and you in that locker room, I mean, I've been in golf matches where you're down 6 with 7 to go. You don't ever give up until it's mathematically
100%.
impossible. So I'm sure that's their mentality. It looks terrible, and it might seem stupid to us.
Mm-hmm.
But their plan, I'm sure, is okay. We better win the rest of them. Well, and that'll start Sunday.
I think if you talk to football, same with Florida, when they go into the play Georgia, they think they're going to win. You get convinced as an athlete that you're going to go compete and win the game, and then sometimes reality sets in and it's going to be tough for Florida against Texas this week. And look, the Vikings, Flores runs a kind of an interesting defense, man. He brings guys up all the time, blitzes guys from all different spots. It'll be a challenge for the boys.
I'll say something for the Vikings, but I'll say something even more we tend to, I think, sometimes dismiss these, quote, NFL-only reporters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the panel of experts of this reporter and that reporter. And remember I did the next 5 years, who will be the Super Bowl champions?
Mm-hmm.
And then even some playoff predictions for this year. Remember how the Vikings were showing up?
Mm.
Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah,
I believe you.
There were these, this group of like eight, and more than one had the Vikings winning a Super Bowl in 3. And I'm like, boy, I don't see that there. And primarily because you're replacing a quarterback. And by the way, now I worry about the Vikings staying power. I do, because now you're going to have to change quarterbacks
next year.
Yeah, you're going to have to, and I'm still not a believer in JJ. And by the way, do you? Sam Darnold, shouldn't he be the starter next year? Sure. And JJ McCarthy just back up until this guy's no good.
Maybe he's Aaron Rodgers. Maybe a couple 3 years.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Injury Care Centers. Discover BioTarget Regenerative Therapy, a safer drug-free solution for lasting pain relief. Visit GoBioTarget.com.
Morning, Tony.
Good morning.
What's cooking on a Hump Day edition of Jaguars Today?
Johnny O will be in with us for the second half of the show today.
right.
And our question, we don't have the even 8-8 at any point in the season anymore. It's 17. We don't get to ask halfway through the season questions halfway through the ninth game of the year, right? So today we are asking a halfway through the season kind of question. Through the first half of the 2024 season, which of these Jags has most exceeded your expectations for them? The options we put in the poll: Tank Bigsby, Ventrell Miller, Brian Thomas Jr., Trayvon Walker. If you like someone else for that, you can send us the name.
Interesting
but
options.
We did land on those 4.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. There's good options there.
I mean, it feels
every which way.
Trayvon because he made all those plays. It would have felt like Bigsby a couple of weeks ago. It's to the point all 4 of them have, and that's the sign, right? They've all exceeded at least a little bit because most have.
Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, I don't know if he's exceeded, but he's been as good as you could have hoped.
Yeah. Whatever the expectations were going into the season,
That's fair.
he's way above that.
Yeah. All right, well, have a great show.
Thank you.
Mike and Tony getting ready for Jaguars Today, the Hump Day edition. Our work here is
It's been a Beatros Plumbing
completed.
Wednesday. Like Family Beatros is there for all your plumbing emergencies or, planned projects. Trust